Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
So, B, have you seen One of Them Days?
Yeah, I did, bro. I want to ask you before we, you tell me your little thoughts on it. What was your thoughts on the boyfriend? You know the guy to do the skits.
The TikTok.
Yeah, he do the skits and
he's
stuff.
hilarious on TikTok, not in the movie.
You didn't think?
To me, a lot of the characters play caricatures of
yeah.
certain stereotypes. I don't want to say it of black people.
Yeah, his name was Joshua Neal. That's his name.
Yeah, that's his name on
Keyshawn. He had some moments that I laughed at, like in the beginning when he was just like, my homie said they wanted. I was like, nah. That part, that part was funny. Yeah. I feel like his opening, his debut scene, I guess you'll say, was his best moment to me. Like the beginning of like when he he took his robe out.
Oh yeah.
Like that part was hilarious. But overall, I don't know, bro. I think it was more of a chick flick too.
It was definitely a chick flick, but I think it tries to emulate a lot of like the magic of Friday. Everything all happening in one day.
Yeah.
The one character that seems to be causing literally all the trouble.
Yeah.
The other person having job problems. Two of the same sexes playing, a buddy type of film.
Debo type figure.
Yeah, at the end with the gang stuff.
Not even that.
Big
The
Worm.
girl. The girl was Debo.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like the Big Worm dude.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah,
you
I'm talking about
that
the gangster dude, like the gang
from
stuff at the
Snowfall, the uncle from Snowfall.
See, I never watched Snowfall.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't care. He wanted to kill on women. Boy, he was shooting at them and everything. What you think about SZA debuted as a actress? B.
To me, SZA was the worst part of the movie, plot wise, but also acting. But also, I think the acting overall in the movie, because Keke Palmer, she's Keke Palmer. Like it's not like a role like a. Even though I've never seen it fully, I've seen clips. She's not like a role like in Nope. Even though Nope is more of a toned down version of Keke Palmer, but a bit more realistic. But in Akilah and the Bee, she's a better actor because she's doing something different, but also she was younger at the time. But in this role, she's just Keke Palmer.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like even in like you said in Nope, like she's just Keke Palmer now to me. Even though I feel like she is the best actress
in that movie, easily. But
film,
she also has
easily.
the most experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like she did the best. But it's like I was thinking, bro, this gave me MTV film vibes.
I told my girl this gave me Netflix streaming vibes.
Yeah,
this gave me this is like a high quality Netflix movie.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it should have been on the big screen. Dude.
No, I believe it shouldn't.
Like a straight to DVD. That's what I'm saying. MTV. Films.
Well, not straight to DVD. Ain't nobody buying DVDs.
You know what I mean, bro? That's more of a insult.
To me, because this definitely was. It was Netflix worthy, and if people would have saw I think more people would have saw it on Netflix as well. But also the quality of the movie, it being a comedy. And comedies are kind of one of them things where I feel like it's like a dying genre in terms of like going to the movies. I know some people, it's the #1 movie in the country right now. It's January. Ain't nothing coming out in January if y'all go to the movies.
Cinematically, I didn't like how it shot. I don't know how the colors was like throwing me off.
It was pretty, it wasn't saturated, but it was kind of saturated.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it felt to me. I was like, it was colorful.
Poppy.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
It kind of looks, it's poppy but dry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe that. But also, I did not like the serious moments in the movie. Like when SZA and Keke Palmer's character get mad at each other, I'm like, I don't take none of this serious. Yeah. And then some of the plot elements y'all try to throw in there with her being an artist or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, y'all just throwing it. I mean, yes, they kind of say something about it at the beginning, but they never really touch upon it throughout the movie. And then they try to bring up, oh, that's why you never went anywhere with your art career. And I'm just like, where did this come from? I'm like, what the heck?
None of it really stuck to me. But it was, I'll be honest, it was some points that I laughed at, but not not as much as my girl. My girl was laughing. I'm like, what?
My thing was this. The movie to me is not funny, it's goofy. Like none of them said anything that was like super funny. Like, oh, that was a witty joke right there. It was just like, oh, the little hijinks in the back and forth sometimes. But them being in the lone place and that other Hispanic girl.
Yeah, whenever they're alone.
I'm like, this feel like it's getting dragged out.
I'm like, y'all can't.
Williams character was dragged out to me.
Lucky.
I'm like, some of the shticks and the gags in here, I'm just like, this kind of feels a bit dragged out for me.
That was something I can't watch again. It got to a point like first, like the charm of it, I was like, all right, shit, SZA on cam is like, something new. So, I laughed a little bit and seeing, Joshua, whatever, Neil on camera. Yeah. But then like after like in the middle points, probably before then, I kind of was like, it kind of wore off.
That, and I think this is one of those things where it's like, I'm happy for the people that got the opportunities in that movie because like the Tony Baker dude, he was the pop.
Oh, Tony Baker, yeah, he was on Churches,
Yeah, but it's like certain things like it was implemented in the movie that it never panned out. Like
Desi Banks was
robbing
in
from
Desi Banks was in there
he was
too.
in there too. Yeah. But like the guy that was robbing the food in the drive-thru.
Oh, just running.
That literally
that
amounted to nothing. I'm thinking, that's gonna be some TikTok or Vine star or whatever. It amounted to nothing. It's just that chick beat him up.
Yeah, if I feel like her being like the Debo character, being like, oh, the big and strong, like Also, her twerking on him, like
Oh,
beating
yeah,
him. Yeah, like
booty cheeks.
yes, bro, that was so whack, bro. But I know it's supposed to be like a goofy movie. I think that was like the premise.
No, that's exactly what it is.
But I don't know. It just some points I ain't gonna lie. I was like, all right, that was kind of funny. Like I don't know. I kind of laughed at the beginning when the guy who like had the shirt of the dude that died and was like, oh yeah, he just looked at him. He just looked at him, and I was like, all right, that's funny. And then when old dude popped up at the freaking apartment complex, he had that shirt still on, and you know he looked at him, so he covered up the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, that's a cool little callback. But other than that, I don't know. I gave it like a 5 out of 10.
Oh, okay. I gave it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's probably the same, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, kind of. Yeah, that's like me putting a 2.5 out of 10. But 2.5 out of 5. But
Yeah.
I thought that the movie was. I mean, yeah, I get it. We finally got a black girl duo, quirky character, and I'm just like, yeah, but I'm not like.
Did Issa have her hands on this?
Yeah, she was a producer.
Okay.
And that's what people were saying, like, oh, if you don't like Issa's comedy, you won't like this movie. And I'm just like, I never watched Insecure, so I don't know what that's like. So,
but I was talking to my younger sister. She was saying people were saying it was like bad, but I wouldn't say this was bad.
What was bad?
This movie, yeah.
Well, you know, it was one of the better selling movies, but also it's new. Plus, it's SZA in the movie and Keke Palmer.
Because it has good reviews and stuff, mostly positive. But I wouldn't say it's a bad movie.
Who's doing the reviews?
But you know that not even that. I think a lot of the white people be scared to trash.
No, that's what I'm saying, because like I think like if you look at Chris Stuckman's thumbnail for the video, he's smiling in it. And I'm like, Chris, like you. I know he's on this little thing now. He's been on it for like a year or two where he doesn't dog out movies no more. But I'm just like, Chris, like you gotta be real sometimes, dog.
It's like this, bro. Like I understood, like back in the day, bro, they didn't hold back. The whites didn't hold back on the reviews.
I know. Now Black Panther,
yeah,
it was a really good film about black strong. I'm just like, come on, man, be
like,
real.
Because we didn't really care for Black Panther as like a Marvel movie, but like as like the opportunity of having like this black director.
Yeah, it was the moment.
As a film, like it was cool, but like as a Marvel thing, and then we both was like, yeah, it's a Marvel movie. And I still ain't seen Black Panther 2.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You did? You liked it better than the first one? As a Marvel movie?
I think it's more it's a stronger emotional film, but I could definitely see like the problems with it.
Yeah.
But it being a female-led Marvel movie, a black female-led Marvel movie, the only one really, I thought it was good for what it was. Yeah. Me and my fiance, we went to go see it twice when it first came out.
For real?
Yeah, we just enjoyed it that much. But I could tell definitely if I go back to it now, it's gonna drag. Yeah. Like that movie is pretty long because it has to deal with so much. And I think there's just so much writing against the movie that when you see it do certain things, you're like, all right, like I want to give it a point just because of the like what it has to go against, basically.
All right. Well, that was what's that movie called?
One of them days.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was definitely one of them movies too.
It was one of them days.
But I went to go see Wolfman after that, the day after.
Was that good?
I think conceptually yes. As a movie, no.
Yeah.
Like I think it was because I
That's
get
when
it.
she has a kid with her, right?
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. So you know me, I don't watch trailers. The only time I watch trailers is if I go to the movies. Like if a trailer pops up, like I still haven't seen the 2 Superman trailers. When a movie, you know, like I never seen a trailer, and I didn't know in the trailer that the main character is like he turns into the Wolfman. And so you know, I'm thinking the whole movie we got to fight the Wolfman, and I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but I thought the whole movie was him going to go fight the Wolfman and them trying to survive against it. But I guess in the trailer it shows like he's slowly turning into the Wolfman, which I'm just like, oh, I'm like, so I didn't expect that. But I like conceptually where it goes is like them slowly showing him transform into the Wolfman. You seeing his perspective, not just, oh, he's gonna start growling and do like that. Like you slowly see his perspective, his point of view, and how like it's perceived in the real world or the regular world, and then how he sees it. I'm just like, okay, this is dope, but as a movie, I'm like, okay, this is kind of getting dragged out now. And then the end doesn't really have a good payoff either. So there was just certain things, and the characters definitely weren't developed enough for me to be like, oh, yeah, I love this.
So this is my last movie thing, then we can get on to the show. You know the guy that directed Longlegs? You see coming out with a movie called Monkey?
The Monkey? Oh, me and my fans are gonna go see that.
Yeah. So what'd you think about that?
It looks overly goofy. Like it doesn't look serious.
And I think they showed too many kills. They were showing so many kills.
But that's why I'm thinking there's gonna be way more kills.
It's gonna be a lot of kills.
Yeah, it's gonna be a high body count.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it though.
But I want to see that. And there's another movie that just recently came out called Presence, where it's a perspective of like you in this house of an Asian family, And you know how usually you have the haunted house or whatever, but you're in the perspective.
Oh, you're in the perspective of the
yeah.
I saw that.
So I want to see that. So I was like, oh.
I saw some people talking about that on the timeline like a few weeks ago.
And I'm thinking it's gonna be kind of like that movie I saw a few years ago, or last year that I told you about, like In a Violent Nature, where you're from the perspective of the killer, like the Jason character.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is the movie where you're in the perspective of the paranormal activity, ghost. I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Like I kind of like the fact of we're touching base on certain tropes in horror, but we're doing it with a different perspective and lens. So I'm like, all right, I'm really like, horror is my thing, guys. So like when it goes and stuff like that, like yo, I'm in there, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I'm your host and cultural commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with my co-host.
T.
And we're here to give you some more hip-hop goodness because this is a show that we actually talk about the music. And in today's episode, we got a good amount of stuff to talk about. A lot of new album releases that are coming out, some news that's coming out, RIP to DJ Unk, obviously, reviewing Ghostface Killah's Supreme Clientele for its 25-year anniversary, DJ Akademiks being nasty, our interaction on Twitter, and the people just hating on the BBC, people turning on Travis Scott because of his 4x4 song, and his hip-hop, the most judgmental genre.
Yeah, all that comes in with the whole Travis Scott Future conversations been going on.
And before we actually get into the show, make sure you do the usual stuff because we got to do some housekeeping around here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video if you haven't already. Make sure you're on the YouTube version of the show because this is where everything is at. BBC, the YouTube hub, you got to come here because this is where we're coming up with daily clips, coming up with community posts. We're going to make sure that we're interacting with the comments and things like that. So make sure you're doing that. We also have timestamps in the description down below in case there's topics that you don't care to talk about, but I mean, not talk about, but listen to that we talk about, but you want to skip to other stuff. So don't worry. Timestamps in the description down below. But if you can't watch the whole show, understand. We do have daily clips coming up of the show itself. So make sure you stay tuned in to the actual YouTube channel itself. And make sure you comment down below something for the algorithm or in case you want to keep the discussion going on some of these topics that we actually talk about because I like to comment back. I like to interact with you guys. Hey, I like to show love to the people that show love to me. And as usual, if you are listening to this on any other streaming platform like Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Podcasts, make sure you give us a 5-star rating to help us be boosted within the algorithm. That we can help show your boys some love. And don't forget to check out our solo shows that we have happening on the YouTube channel, which is why you should subscribe. Let's Have a Conversation and the Dark Sages Interlude, where we kind of talk about stuff that's on our mind, that's in our niche, that we're really interested about, and we just kind of go on our solo journey itself. But with all that being said, B, how have you been?
I've been all right, B. Been chilling. You know, had a little date night over the weekend. You know, still got to date your woman, you know what I mean? I ain't the best at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to take my wife out sometimes, but sometimes I just be want to chill in the crib, you know what I mean? But, you know, just one of those times was like, yo, call my sister up. You know, come watch your nephew real quick. We gonna go out and hang out. That's why I went to the movies. Well, we ate this restaurant, bro. I don't know if y'all went to it, because it's right around here. It's called, was it Katina Laredo? Y'all been there yet?
Oh, you talking about the Colony? No,
I know,
Katina Laredo.
Yeah, it's right there in Frisco.
It's
like
that Mexican place right by Kenny's Burger Joint.
Right by Kenny's, bro. You had it before? It's good, B. And it's a nice little place. So
I've been in there before.
Yeah, it's a nice little.
It is a nice little scenenery happening. I think all the restaurants on that strip right there kind of have like a nice little vibe to it.
I'm just saying, you want to do a little date night? Hey, don't fajitas, B. Then they give you a little bacon wrap with shrimp.
Well, she can't have bacon. I can.
Well, you.
Yeah, of course. I had a bacon burger earlier.
B, you know me, I've been on my little diet, but I had to cheat over the weekend. Boy, I had some had a little icy during the movie. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling good this weekend. You know what I mean? What about yourself?
I'm all right. We already talked about the movies that we saw. Well, the movies I saw and the movie that you saw. You know, doing a little stuff, especially on the social medias. We'll talk about that later. You know, beefing with producers and rappers. I don't get why people will tell us to, like, you know, ourselves over just some opinions. I don't know, but I had fun. You know, I've been working on some more ideas for Dark Sages Interludes. Been recording some of that stuff, trying to catch up on content in general. So yeah, that's really all I've been about. I haven't really been playing the game that much because I've been super content focused lately.
I feel you.
But besides all that, B, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
Been a light. It's like the current weeks, bro. It's the past weeks. It's just been light for you, boy. But I have like a few albums I've been playing. So the first album I'm talking about is from, man, I always had a problem with this when I heard about them. But, B, I might need your help. Ornithology.
Chet Baker.
No, I know that.
Ornithology?
Ornithology, bro. I don't know. I was messing
I'm
up.
hoping that's that. Yeah,
Hey,
it's Ornithology.
I think it's Ornithology.
Wait, is that an R? I thought
Yeah,
that was
right
an
there.
M.
It's Ornithology.
Oh, Ornithology.
Yes,
See,
Ornithology.
I don't got my glasses on.
Yeah.
I thought that was an M.
Ornithology. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have a little problem with the words. But yeah, Chet Baker Reimagined EP. So Ornithology, I think it's I don't know if it's one guy or it's like a band, but you know they're jazz. So they like reimagine pretty much the Chet Baker stuff. They did a live performances, and like man, it's short. You know, got three tracks, but the other one's like remixes from other artists or whatever. Well, remixes from with other Chet Baker songs. Like they did their version, then they like remix a Chet version of it. So it's 6 tracks, but it's jazz. And like, man, I'm talking about instrumentation on point, quality. I don't know, in the live experience, you could tell that it was in a very intimate spot where they did it live in LA. I don't know, when you're driving, listening to it, it just feels like you're a part of the show. And I don't know, I really enjoyed this, man. My coworker actually introduced me to this. You know me, I gotta always add my little jazz into it. So, you know, there's just some short, sweet I jams, like under 30 minutes. Called Anthology, Chet Baker Reimagined EP. If any of you guys into jazz, I'm pretty sure y'all like this. Very lush jazz music beat. Like it sounds like it's jazz, but it sounds like more modern, but also in that avant-garde way. You know what I mean? But anyways, y'all check it out if y'all want. Y'all don't have
to. But for me, I actually jammed a lot because I didn't watch much YouTube this week. And so there's going to be stuff that I'm going to give literally brief, quick hits on that I'm going to talk about because I'm want to mainly talk about the newer stuff that released this week that I listened to. So in terms of like some of the stuff that I did listen to that's older, that's not really current right now, I listened to Pimp C's debut album, The Sweet James Jones Story. I did a Dark Sage interlude about that, and it will be coming out on the actual anniversary of that coming out. I thought that the album was you know, it wasn't good, but I understand under the circumstances that it came out in. Listen to Big Sean's Dark Sky Paradise for another Dark Sage interlude. That review for the 10-year anniversary will also be coming out. I listened to it. Still one of Big Sean's best works. I think it was a really strong body of work, especially with it being like, 12 or 13 tracks, under an hour. Pretty good stuff. The New Toronto by Tory Lanez, I heard that. It's more the New Toronto 2, but it sounds a bit more honed in. There are some tracks that I don't like, and I think the New Toronto 2 is a better experience.
Are you working on the Tory Lanez run interlude?
Should I?
I think you should be. You the person that can do it.
Hey, I
was playing some Tory over the weekend as well, messing with my girl.
I could talk about some Tory Lanez. I definitely do. And this is the last project that I needed to listen to all of his stuff that's on streaming at least, because there's still some stuff like that's not on streaming, like the mixtapes that I'm not going to listen to. And the last album I listened to that was older, that's not of the newer stuff, is not Shanti, Fantasia's Free Yourself, her debut album. That girl can sing. That album is all right, but that girl can sing. But yeah, go ahead with your projects, B. I just want to give some quick hits for the stuff that I've been listening to.
My next project is from Uncle John, Give Grace, a friend of the show.
You talking about the guy that blocked me? Yeah. Because I just said listen to black content creators instead of the white ones? Bro, this dude corny. I'm sorry, B. I didn't mean to say that.
That's why, bro, like I knew he could.
I'm sorry. Like, this dude blocked me because, and maybe I could put the Twitter post up somewhere, because he said, because NFR was talking about GNX, this is why I'm tired of the white people in hip-hop spaces. Yeah. I'm like, all right, then just support the black ones. I started to get traction on that tweet. I even plugged our stuff. Blocked. People was agreeing with me and everything. Not a single person disagreed.
Right.
They was getting on him in my comments. And he blocked me. I'm like, what did I get blocked? And he then, after that, day after, privated his whole account. Boy was getting killed.
Man, he was wild, bro. But hey, yo, he's still a dope artist to me, you know?
Yeah, I'm not talking about his artistry. He's just a whack person on Twitter. For me.
Uncle John. Give Grace, man. He put it's like I think it's not an EP because it's like 18 minutes long, 8 tracks. He got like his son on the cover. It comes off like in the I want to say the first 5 half. I say first 5 half. The first half of this project, he's talking more about like his relationship with women and stuff. Over some really good like soul samples, and the production is really dope on here. I liked everything on here, bro. I was like, dang. Like, because his last album, I think it's called Piece of a Man.
And you said this is an EP?
This is like an EP, yeah. And it was something he just dropped. I didn't know he was promoting this or nothing. I saw this on his, I saw it today he dropped this. So I played this. I was like, yo. Off my first listen, I was like, yo, this is something going to be in rotation this year. And thinking about this year, B, I was thinking about making a playlist. Like, I don't know if you do your personal, I do mine, of like, we could do for like until the end of the year. We have our favorite songs of the year.
Oh, I do that now.
You do that now?
I did that last year too.
See, I didn't do that last year.
But I didn't post it.
I used to do it like in high school and stuff. But I was like, man, that's something I'm gonna bring back. So yeah, all right, cool. I didn't know you was already doing that. So yeah, that's something I was gonna do. So I was like, from each album, I'm gonna choose one song, I believe, and that I don't have to have a bloated.
Oh, see, my rule was like 3 songs from an album. Yeah. That's the max I could do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one because I don't want to have it super bloated. Because
Yeah,
the other album I'm gonna talk about, it'd have been super bloated out there. But yeah, Uncle John Give Grace, I think it's an EP, really dope project. I have one listen, and I really enjoyed it. Uncle John is sounding really dope on these beats. You know, he has a really unique voice because he has like the raspy voice on it. So I feel like a good rapper with like a unique voice and sound dope on some productions, like you can never fail.
You can go far.
You can never fail. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, Uncle John Give Grace, really dope project.
All right. So B, I've been doing something on the show recently that it's kind of going against my moral value.
Yeah.
I've been listening to singles. Because I'm just like, especially with this year, it's been really slow.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I got some stuff that I need to talk about. And so I guess the first single that I could kind of talk about, because I got some other singles that I want to talk about, but they're not going to be like too in depth compared to the actual albums I listen to. I listen to Pink Dreads by DDG and plaqueboymax.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because plaqueboymax has been one of those guys that's been bubbling because of what he's been doing on stream, him getting the in-studio experience and stuff like that. And so I've been jamming Pink Dreads a lot lately, but I actually kind of want to... I've been jamming it like once a day, at least once a day type stuff, because whenever I get in the car, I be tripping, I be on one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it. I think it's a really fun song. Yeah. I've been jamming it since it first came out because I'm not a DDG hater. Like I don't get the hate for DDG online.
Why people hate DDG, man?
I guess because some people see him as corny. I think some of the things that he does is corny, but I don't think he's a corny individual. Nah. He's also a really good father. People be calling him a crappy father, and I'm just like, why? I'm like, just because you see him in his kid's life?
I've been watching him since he was in college, man. I remember when he was in college with.
See, I remember before college because I was watching him
on Vine. Yeah, I didn't watch him.
And I remember that because he didn't have a big following on Vine. Like, no one would check his stuff out. And it was just like, I don't want to be like that. I'm like, this dude trying to be like King Vader.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he kind of switched it up because he's become successful, not trying to emulate King Vader, which,
just being himself.
Shout out to you. So, like I said, to go around and all that, to come back to here, I've been, trying to see who plaqueboymax is because he's one of those younger kids. He's one of them YNs that I never really got a grasp on because people are like, oh, he's going to change the hip hop game. And I'm like, okay, I know who he is.
He produced, right?
Yeah, he produces, but he engineers as well. And so I really wasn't familiar with how people were saying, oh, he's going to really change hip hop. And so, I've been actually subscribed to his YouTube channel now, and I've been tuning into the in-studio things. He did a recent one with Central C that I haven't checked out, but I don't know. I just think it was really interesting to see like a streamer like actually doing the whole recording and studio, like, doing the ad-libs. I think that's really interesting. But yeah, Pink Dreads is a song that I'm really digging from that little thing right there. It's a fun song, something that you don't take serious. I'm just like, hey, I'm having fun with this.
I played it once when they had this little hype. Like, it was like, oh, DDG kept like promoting, like, oh, we're #1 on iTunes. I like checked it. I'm like, yo, y'all slide down.
You don't like it?
Nah, it wasn't for me. I listened to it once. I was like, I'd rather listen to Nestman.
All right, that's disrespectful.
I'm about to say OG, y'all to OD, whatever he was saying.
That's disrespectful. But yeah, I just want to talk about Pink Dreads because that's something I have not talked about, but I've been listening to recently. So yeah, what's your next project, B?
My next project is gonna be it's like a trio. I don't know if I'm not familiar with their work. Gems, UJ and J Rob. I actually listened to their first Gems in the corner store. It's like an R&B joint, really smooth. It's not like, it's more like it give you neo soul smooth, but like hip hop, like that mix. So it's like really just a smooth, like vibey type of project.
Kind of like a Snow Allegra?
No, nothing like that. More of a hip hoppy, like that's what I'm saying. Neo soulish bag, like with Common them, like but like modern in a way.
Okay.
But like you ever heard of Phony People? It give me like Phony People vibes. They actually do R&B as well. But this was pretty cool. Like I found out about them because I was watching Quadri little interview he did with what's that chick named Annabelle or whatever, and he was talking about, oh yeah, one of my favorite albums was from Gems in the Cornerstone 2 or whatever. But I'm like, I haven't listened to 2. I listened to 1, and I was like, I'm gonna go check this out. So I didn't listen to one he was talking about. I just listened to their first project, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. It was really vibey. Something you could. It ain't something that's like I just want to jam to or whatever all the time, but it's some good like background music, like for the set of vibe. You know what I mean? I really liked it. I was like, dang, it's not bad. I played it in the crib, and then like today I did a re-listen to it because it's real short. It's just 27 minutes long, 11 tracks. But yeah, UJ, J Rob, and Gems. I don't know if UJ and J Rob makes Gems. You know what I mean? So it's probably not a trio because I didn't do my research. I'm sorry about that because I see 2 people on the cover of the Gems in the corner store. So maybe it's just UJ and Rob together. They make gems. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be that thing on streaming where it's like it's under the group name, but it's
Yeah.
also individually under those artist names. So in case you look up their stuff.
Yeah, maybe so. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, really vibey, little R&B, little rapping, a little bit not like rapping, but like melodic, like sing rappy type stuff.
Next single I have that I actually listened to, new one by Kirko Bangz, Deep Inside. This is a song where I'm like, okay, Kirko, you kind of coming back on something that I really like because
Is this the one he like? I'm so slept on in my city.
this is much better than the stuff he's been coming out with recently. But his little Vent 5, the little 2 single pack that he came out with, I thought that was cool. And this song right here, I'm like, all right. Even though Kirko's been active on like, TikTok Live and all that, well, okay, Kirko, you kind of step outside and trying to reclaim your spot. I don't think you can. I think it's too late for that. But I do admire and respect that you are trying to come back out and claim like, yo, I'm the most slept on in the city. Like, yo, like, like y'all don't know anything about me or whatever. So he's coming from that underdog angle, which I'm just like, no, you had like one of the hugest singles that came out of Houston. Like, if we think about it, because who don't know Drink in My Cup? Like, it's funny because I would think people would know What's Your Name, but I didn't know Drink in My Cup was that huge of a song on its own. So yeah, but I'm only from here, so I can only speak about what happened to me. Yeah, so Kirko Bangz came out with a new single, and I just want to put some spotlight on that because people don't talk about it. Houston people don't talk about the Houston music that's actually coming out unless it's people that they really love.
Ice played it on the Joe Budden pod Saturday. I was like, all right. My last, I had another album I wanted to talk. I wasn't going to talk about. I listened to, but I need more. I actually need to understand this album before I talk about it. I'm gonna talk about that probably next week. But my next project, oh my god, I love this album. Even though it came out last night on Bandcamp and it just released on the DSPs today. Pink, Seafood, Black Antique Beat.
Is this a song that's coming out? I mean, the album.
It came out today.
Oh.
It came out yesterday on Bandcamp, and I think he's doing like a listening session, like a listen to what's it called, listening party. I don't know if it was last night or tonight, but he put it out on Bandcamp. I checked it out. I already bought the cassette. I'm always gonna support my guy. Since 2017, 2018, been supporting this man. But anyways, my guy is just fearless, B. He pushes the genre. He do what he wants, and he makes it so black. But like with this project, I feel like everything was like, it was all his sounds that he do, because he studied music. You could tell that he's a fan of music, like as a whole. He's a student of the game.
Even the chord progressions.
Even the chord progressions. Because like he has punk rock in this. So like this is like a sum up of Pink Seafood of me, bro. He can scare the hoes and he can make music for the hoes. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have that duality.
That's the duality of a man, B, of an artist. And that's what you get right here. And I love like the concept of it, of like Black Antique. Is like we original. We always gonna grow in value like a Black Antique. I was like, my guy. And then he have Big Rube on here. You know when Big Rube speak, you like, all right.
No,
you feel super black. The gums. And he has him on Gumbo, and I think he on a little bit of his mixtapes he put out last year too. But he on like 2 tracks on here, and like sums it up at the end with like a monologue. Big Rube does, but like, oh man, he got some stuff with High Tech on here, like the techno stuff they do over there in like Detroit. Like I love High Tech. Samples on here, he got some R&B samples, and he got a Screw Life, I think it was like R&P Jalen to like his cousin. It was dope. And then Locked In, just fire. Then he got my boy 454 on that joint. What's that joint called? That joint is crazy. Oh, Girls Fall Off the Sky. Girls Fall Out the Sky. He just, my guy is just dope, man.
This who we need to have a conversation on?
Bro, Pink Seafood is just dope, man. Like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know why people sleeping on him, bro. He's just really a talented guy. And what I like about him is just, like I said before, he's not afraid to do anything different. Like the last track was more of a like, it was kind of like very like introspective in a way. And he was just talking about, I think that was a track. He was like speaking on like, he was saying the lines of like, mom is dying. Like it was like more of a like, it felt kind of like spoken wordish in a way. And I'm like, and there's other stuff in here. I'm like, dang, what are you doing here? Like in the beginning, like he starts you off. Like no, the second track, like Alive and Direct, is like very distorted. Felt like you trying to plug up an amp or something, and it's just like, what is doing my mic? Like he just don't. He just
How many
don't
times
do
did you
what
listen
he do.
to it?
3 times. Like once last night and twice today, and I was listening to it on my way back, like a re-listen, because I had to engulf myself into this music beat, and like this right here, bro. I already knew it was gonna be dope, because when he put out an album, he's just not gonna give you one sound. That's why I'm saying he can scare the hoes, and he can make the music for the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna make it vibey, bro. But I don't know, the unique, like I said, unique voice, dope production. It's like you can't go wrong with it, especially when you a really dope artist like Pink Seafood. Hey, Brian, thank you for this album. That's all I'm gonna say. I already bought the limited cassette. You know, I gotta get that. And once that vinyl drop, you know I'm getting.
You on that beat?
Of course. So yo, Pink Seafood, Black Antique. If you guys haven't checked it out, do y'all selves a service, not a disservice, and check this out, man. Support my guy.
Hey.
That's it, beat. I ain't got nothing else. I
Okay.
had to end it on a good note.
Okay, I'm about to start shooting off the
Right.
pause. So I listened to that new Travis Scott song, 4x4. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people, Travis has been coming out with the same song for years now. And in my head, I'm just like, what song in Travis Scott's albums sound like this one? Like, I'm pretty sure no one can say that. Because, and I said this weekend on Twitter. This song right here makes me realize I'm tired of the Travis Scott album experience. I just want an album where you're just giving me really good songs now, Travis. Like give me the compilation type.
Like his other album, McKnight or whatever.
Birds in the Trap Singing
Yeah.
Night. Nah, because that's still more of a cohesive experience of like, it's not as much of an experience as Astro World and Utopia, but it still has that certain tone and thematic like darkness atmosphere around it. Like it's kind of a darker album.
I don't know. That one to me felt like it was it
was disjointed. Still.
It was the most disjointed out of all, if you want to say that.
Yeah, it is.
Rodeo
but I think at the beginning of it, you could tell that he's definitely curating the experience really well. But I just want an album kind of like a Huncho Jack, where it's just it's a bunch of songs together. I'm not saying of that same quality.
A bunch of trash. Okay.
Yeah. Stop that.
A bunch of trash.
Stop that. But I just want an album where I'm like, I don't want the Travis Scott experience. I don't want to be ticking on this world no more. Like I got that for 2 albums now. Yeah. Travis, give me an album with just some good songs. Like they don't all got to be connected. I ain't got to listen to the album to really get the whole little aspect. I ain't got to get the 2 to 3 minute intro to the 3-minute outro of you just crooning on the end. Like to me, 4x4, especially with him using the proceeds of the actual song, which we'll talk about later in the news section, towards the LA wildfires and stuff like that. I thought that was really dope. But also him putting out the music video and things like that. I really enjoyed this song. It just made me realize like I'm not tired of Travis Scott. I'm just tired of that album experience. Yeah. That's all I'm really tired about, because I already got that for 2 albums now. Give me something else now, Travis.
You want a playlist?
Basically,
mixtape vibe.
Yeah, I would love that for me personally. So yeah, Travis, 4x4. I really enjoyed the song. A lot of people, Travis he's done the same song for so many years.
We're gonna talk about it,
sir. Meg Thee Stallion and all of them have done the same song for a few years. Travis Scott is not doing that. Bias speaking, maybe, I don't know, but hey, Travis Scott's not doing that. And the last single I listened to was by St. John. I remember I talked about him in the What We've Been Jamming a few months ago. I was like, damn, I wonder if he's coming out with some new music. And he did. I saw that he came out with a music video on the block, for the block, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
you know, when they got the little mic.
I think it's on the block.
Yeah, I follow them. Or Form the Shooters, whatever it's called. That's what I think it's called.
Yeah.
For the Shooters. Wow, St. John. The Fall from Grace.
Oh nah.
B. The beginning of the song, I'm like, okay, take Keith, F this beat up. I'm like, okay. She sucked my meat, I'm like, what are we doing? I was like, no.
It's a parody.
B, I was like, yo, and then he's like, yeah, she spit on she did it. Yeah, I'm just like, what are we doing, St. John? I'm like, what the F is happening right here? This is stereotypical coon tunes, B. What are we doing?
Do you think like it's one of those songs where like you get in the studio and you just hear the beat and just start saying whatever you want?
He just look. You know how the symbiote be taking over Peter? That's him. He's like, oh, I gotta let this black take over me. And he just let it rip. I was like, what? And then he's doing it without his little auto tune that he usually uses. Then towards the end of his last verse, he started using his usual flow. And I'm just like, it's too late, St. John. Because as soon as he put the auto tune on, I said, oh, Saint about to come in at least and kill it and save her for the end. He could not be. I was like, what are we doing, St. John?
She's sucking on me. I gotta play this, bro. It
just threw me off because I'm like, oh, okay, the beat's hard. I'm like, this kind of something crazy for St. John right now. He came in with that beat. I'm like, yo,
she's sucking my meat.
I was like, no, beat. I was flabbergasted. I was disappointed. It's just like the father that he's not even mad at you anymore. He's just so sad. He's like, Come on, darling. What are we doing right now? But yeah, St. John. Song is called Poppin'. Don't do that ish again, because I will pop that song right off. I should have reported that song. It just threw me off. I'm like, what the F is happening right here?
That's crazy.
But yeah, but it's time to actually talk about some albums that came out this week that I know we wasn't going to review, but I still needed to talk about something. I listened to Central C's album, his debut album, as they call it, even though he has other projects on his Spotify. Can't Rush to Greatness. I'm not going to lie to you. I really enjoyed this. I didn't think I was. Maybe my experience was a bit heightened because I was in a little feud between detahjae and Ovrkast. Yeah. And I was listening to this and I'm like, yo, it's kind of pumping me up. I'm like, I'm in my bag right now.
I want to watch the telly. At my mom's house. Some crumpets.
You know me, I'm a Zionist on this channel. I'm just like, yo, like, we got to do it best over here in America, baby. Yes, sir, I'm Team America. But listening to this album, I'm not going to lie, and I didn't expect to listen to it because I knew he wasn't going to review it. And I didn't expect to listen to it. But I listened to it because I'm like, F it, we ain't got nothing else to talk about this week.
B, it's like the same song, though.
B.
Toby.
Same flow. Same flow. Same type of rapping. No changing up of the flow at all.
You think they can't switch up flows with that accent?
They can't. See, that was my biggest gripe with it. I'm like, is that an accent thing? Because Skepta, when Skepta came on the song, he sounded just like Central C. Yeah. Dave, the only reason he sounds different from Central C, his voice is deeper, and also he spaces out his lines.
That's how how Dave rap. Yeah. Dave is like their lyrical rapper.
Oh, is he?
Nobody messing with Dave. I be like, yo, stop.
I mean, to me, Dave, Central C, and Skepta, like, I don't want to be like that with Skepta.
I like Skepta on his other
I like him on Praise the Lord.
Because his project had a different type of production of what they're doing now. It was like from 2013. I liked it.
But I mean, Skepta fit perfectly on the songs that he was on. And it's a similar type of production on here. And I will say this is like the stereotypical mainstream like rap album.
Yeah.
But I will say though,
I enjoyed Baby on there, right? Huh? You got Lil Baby on there? 21 Savage?
Lil Baby, yeah, because the single with him and Lil Baby came out last year. The song with 21 Savage on here. You know they had to get the UK
Brethrens.
Yeah. I actually really liked the album though. I thought it was, I gave it a 3 out of 5. I thought that this was a really solid body of work for a mainstream album. Like, I'm not putting this up against like something like crazy, like mainstream wise, like a Kanye West or anything. Previous Kanye West, by the way. But I thought, I came in here, I'm thinking, oh, this is about to be the worst thing I've ever heard. But strangely enough, it bumps in the whip. There's some songs I didn't like on here, obviously, but I enjoyed it overall, and I really like the sonics and the instrumentals of the album. Even though some of them could be samey with the
it's all the same.
Yeah, but sonically, like my favorite song on here, Top Freestyle, that beat is crazy on there, B. I'm like,
what are you talking about? Crumpet? Fish and chips.
It's the same stereotypical stuff. I remember when I first saw crack. He was like, they changed my eyes forever. It's just like,
my life so deep.
Yeah, he got that flow. And then he keeps going. Like, there's no pause in it. There's no changing
up
the flow.
Call my mommy on the phone.
Yeah. You're gonna hit the telly with the belly. It's just like, they got that voice. That's why I'm like, yo, can they not change up the flow because of the accent? Because that C China chick almost sounds like them too. She spaces out a lot.
I see that clip. I never click it. I'm scared. She looks horrible on TV. I don't want to hear that. I'm in
the back of the bus.
I'm like, I'm not gonna click that. I never clicked.
I'm not gonna lie though, when Black Mass did that little mix up of him on top of Euphoria, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie though, this kind of hitting on top of Euphoria beat though.
I'm good.
Yeah, but overall, Central C's Can't Rush Greatness. It's a stereotypical underdog rap that you're gonna get. Yeah, I'm from the hood. You wouldn't get. I'm from the toughest part of this. Like, don't run up on me because I might not be a changed person. I'm trying to create generational wealth for my fam. Yeah, it's just a stereotypical underdog rap.
I'm not playing that on my phone. I'm good.
I enjoyed it. There's some songs that obviously I like from here. He had a nasty So Sick sample from Neo, and then he has a feature with Lil Durk on here, which he just came out the music video at the time of this recording. So yeah, but overall, I thought this was a solid debut for a rapper of his status. That's the best way I could put it. If you like mainstream stuff, you might like this.
Only thing I know about Central C is he pulled out that DS out of his gooch.
That's hard though. But that was hard though. Boy didn't even pull out the stylus of that. He just pulled it out, flipped it. I'm like, yo.
But he got a hole in his body.
You know when you play GTA, you got the little weapon wheel, you just pull the weapon out of nowhere. That was him with the DS.
Put that joint on his Gucci, bro. That's crazy. It's Gucci. It's disgusting.
But yeah, I enjoyed the project, but I definitely would not recommend this to everybody. Next project I listened to was A Jaguar's Dream by Jordan Adetunji. I talked about him previously last year on What We've Been Jamming. And so like his last project, you know, he tried to like experiment kind of with different sounds, even though it was like a similar sound. This album he kind of hones, well, mixtape. He kind of hones in on that song. It's an R&B album. He hones in on it. What he did with Kalani. He has like the Jersey mix songs. He has similar songs like a Cash Cobain type of sexy drill. But to me, they're way better than what Cash Cobain does. Like they're way better.
So did he like do another one like Ooh Doji? Who's like that Doja Cat?
Yeah. He tries to re-emulate that song like 1 or 2 more times on the album, and he has a feature on there with Lil Baby, and he tries to get him on a song like that. And I was just like, I get it.
It's over. Like, it's over for homie.
I think this might actually do well because I like to title this. It's short. It's short. It's loud, and it's sexy.
Bro, trying to relive his best moments. Ooh, Kalani.
I mean, hey, he saw what worked me, and he was like, "Yo, let me kind of redo that and kind of make an album in the same vein." I didn't expect this album to be so loud like it is, but like I said, it has the Cash Cobain sexy drill influences. It has the Jersey Club mix influences as well. It sonically sounds good and pleasing to me, but it's not like it's vibey, but it's loud though. So it's like a kind of like a poppy dance type thing that you'll get into. So it's very vibey. He's not great vocally, so yeah. But overall,
him and Kalani,
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I didn't like her on the remix though. I did not like her on the remix. Next project I got, Osamason. This is my first project by him. Jump Out. Young kids was saying that, yo, this is gonna be his WLR for him. His whole lot of red. I was like, oh, y'all giving this some high praises. Let me listen to it. Kids don't know what they're talking about.
He the one that raps with like Richard Mille and all them, right? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I get him confused with DD Osama, but yeah, it's in that rage genre, and I can see like how these kids like come from that rage genre, but he doesn't do nothing innovative on it. None of these songs really stand out. Like, yeah, this is gonna go crazy to the kids. This is gonna go crazy when he performs this to the kids, but sonically, just listening to it, I could barely hear what he's saying.
Parties, bro.
That's all they are. That's all they are. Like, I wanted to go into here and I wanted to be surprised, B. But I think the only people I like doing that rage sound because they make it sound good, Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, Yeet. I'm sorry, I like the mainstream rage sound. Like, I hate to say that, but yeah, people will say like this was another whole lot of red for him in his career. I was like,
whole lot of ass? Is that what they said?
Yeah, it definitely was. And my last project that I had to talk about, and this is one that's out of my wheelhouse. FKA Twigs, I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
EUSEXUA. Definitely different out of
that
my
cover
wheelhouse.
was so nasty. I'm clicking.
Yeah, it looks very dystopian, future world, like, you know, like Fist of the North Star type enemies. Like, that's the type of thing.
Like she ain't ate. Like what they call it, hunger strike. Like she had a hunger strike.
No, you talking about like anorexia?
Yeah, but I'm saying the hunger strike. That's how she look like them people that ain't ate in months.
To me, she just looks like a goon out of like Fist of the North Star on this cover. But besides her looks, album-wise, sonically, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I really don't know how to judge music like this besides like going off the vibe of it. Yeah. So just listening to it, it's very electro, techno. The best way I could describe it is this Dance Revolution music. Like if you heard that, if you played that game and you danced to the music on there, that's what this type of music is. She has a feature on here from Northwest, Kanye West's daughter. It didn't really do anything for me, but people was hyping that up. But yeah, overall, this album to me, it didn't leave like a lasting mark on me, but I thought that the vibes was there. But I can't see myself going back to this. I really like the first half of the album though, really well. But yeah, that's about it for what.
Stepping out your wheelhouse.
I'm trying, B. I'm trying to. I was just like, yo, people kind of talking about this. Let me see what this is about. Even though not many people talking about it, I saw some people bring it up on the timeline. I just want to check it out.
Same.
But yeah, that's about it for what we've been jamming. Let us know what you've been jamming down in the comment section down below. But now it's time to get onto a news section of the show where we talk about the hip-hop news, current events, and some of the music releases. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the new music releases and announcements that we have. Wayne claims that he's coming out with the Carter 6 this year. B, you hyped for this?
No.
Same. Next, Osamason, Jump Out, January 24th. We didn't talk about it last episode because it came out in the middle of us doing this, so it came out. I already talked about it while we were jamming, so make sure y'all check that out. Future teases, new tape on the way. B, you hyped for this?
That nigga need to go to sleep.
I agree.
Yeah.
His grandma recently passed. He was talking about it on Twitter. I guess Throwaway got taken off on Spotify and it got reback put on. I didn't notice because I have it downloaded, allegedly, and on Spotify as well. So yeah, Future, you oversaturating. Like, I thought you was oversaturating with the mixtape Pluto. You really oversaturating now. You about to hit Bodie James levels right now. Ian Triplin, Melody of a Memory, February 17th. We checking this out, B?
Oh, yeah. I got to check out Ian. Let me see what he going to do.
Same. Next piece of news. St. John. She stuck in my meat. She stuck in my meat.
It might be fire, B.
He announced that he has a new album coming out called Festival Season for February 21st. Based off of the single that he dropped called Poppin. I can definitely tell that you're in your festival vibe and mood. And
you know they get a little freaky at festival.
Yeah, As soon as he said, everybody drop your pants right now.
Oh, that's what he doing. He making one of them festival songs. Yeah, he's finna get freaky. I'm pretty sure he gonna be on the cover with his shirt off with some chicks.
With a take Heath meat in the back.
Yes, bro.
Take Heath meat. It's nasty.
Yes, bro.
That's nasty.
She blew her wine on me, yo. You know how they be talking. She whined on me.
Next thing we have. Next thing we have is Pierre Bourne and Solange were caught in the studio together.
No, bro, that piqued my interest.
They did too.
I was like, oh, here's Solange.
Also,
Don't
Pierre.
touch my hair. Pierre, you
I'm wondering because Pierre Bourne is supposed to be coming out with an album this year.
Bro said that last year.
Yeah,
never dropped it.
And he said, let me work on this young nudie instead.
Bro, never put it out. Bro, like, yo, this coming out so and so. Never
become the next Playboy Cardi, goddamn, but no one cares about him like with Cardi.
No.
That's the sad part.
Yeah, Cardi a troll.
Oh yeah, he is. As soon as everybody says, as soon as he starts trending, he puts up a new fit pic. And now he got a remix with Lotto on the song Blick Zone.
I saw that.
I'm like, this nigga doing everything but trying to record for that album.
Bro, it's stressing, bro. Nah, bro, look, speaking of Cardi, you know what had me dying the other day, bro? Somebody asked Iggy. Iggy was like on a live stream.
Oh, yeah.
And they was like, yo, tell Cardi to drop. She was like, we ain't seen that man in months. I'm like, his son haven't seen his dad.
No, did you see someone they bumped him because it said 6 months ago it showed Cardi with his son or whatever?
But she said months. That was 6 months, B. She said months. So it could have been 3 or 4. You ain't seen your son in 6 months. It's crazy.
He's working. What's the new album that he's called? I Am Music, B. He's music.
It's not coming out. How they gonna debunk it? They freaking proved their point. The most recent picture you with your kid was 6 months ago. They proved the point.
Hey, him and Kendrick might be hanging out, B. What he doing in that New York studio apartment?
Oh my god. Bro, that was funny, bro. Bro, my head was hurting. I laughed so much.
You probably don't want to be seen with Iggy Azalea after she started at OnlyFans.
She got OnlyFans?
She started OnlyFans. What was the politics from that? I heard she put some content on there, but obviously it would have made the timeline if it was really something.
It ain't nothing like that.
Nah, probably not. Probably on some like Ruby Rose. Is that her name? Ruby Rose?
Yeah, Ruby.
Yeah, it's probably like on that level right there. Is that her name, Ruby Rose?
Yeah, Ruby Rose.
Okay, I just feel like I'm saying the wrong name. And the last piece of music releases besides the stuff that's dropping this week, Will Smith and Big Sean, the GOAT, dropping a song together on January 30th called Beautiful Scars.
This is going to be hilarious. I saw the little trailer and I'm like, I didn't watch the trailer. I just looked at it and was like, someone talking like they was sitting
I
down.
saw it like The Matrix or whatever.
Yeah.
And Big Sean was supposed to be like Morpheus.
See, this is what I don't like, right? What?
This is what I don't like, right?
Big Sean don't want to do this, bro. It's just the OG. Somebody like Will Smith come to you like, yo, let's do the song together. You can't say no. Like they put you in a
like the Kanye situation.
Yes, bro.
About vultures.
They put you in a situation where it's like, I can't tell him I don't want to do this. I gotta. Oh my god. I know Big Sean don't want to do this, bro. I'm like, nah.
I mean, depending on how his album did last year, he might need to do this. It don't matter.
You saw what's that last track, Will Smith? I'm so and so in this.
Joining Lucas?
It was just him, and he was like comparing himself to all type of stuff. Yeah, man.
He's trying to be on his Kanye, B.
We about to see this. This is gonna be crazy.
All
Just
right.
stop putting these guys in these situations.
Yeah, I agree. But B, can you go ahead and tell us the albums that are dropping this week?
All right, this week allegedly we got West Side Gun 12 dropping this Friday. I don't know. You know we gotta listen to it. Might have to review it because it's been slow. Yeah. Then we got Mike Showbiz. You know we gotta review this.
Yeah, I told the commenter the other day that I was like, yeah, we most likely review.
Oh yeah. So Mike Showbiz.
He put out a little video for it.
Yeah, he put out like 2 singles for
See, I didn't listen to the singles.
See, me neither. I haven't listened. I want to listen to the full project as a whole. This is something I'm ready for. Cause Mike doesn't disappoint me.
So far, based off of what I've heard, he doesn't disappoint.
He don't disappoint.
I just don't want him to be in that samey territory as like a burning desire.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like
Give me more.
sounding the exact same.
He can give me more of that. That Burning Desire was dope.
No, it was. Remember I told you.
Hey, as long as it ain't like 8 like Future, like 8 albums the same. You know what I'm saying? He just give you 2.
Yeah, which is it's spaced out,
And
so
then
I
like,
like that.
Then like Travis Scott giving you like the same song.
Hey,
You should have a
hey,
problem
hey,
with
hey,
Mike
hey,
giving
hey,
you
hey.
one album the same,
Hey,
different name.
hey.
All right.
Well, with him, Earl, and that other dude all hanging out together.
Hey. Oh, anyway, today we had Pink Seafood Black Antique that dropped today. You know, that's also this week. But other than that, that's all I found that's coming out this week.
Yeah, we never really know what's actually going to come out
You
this
just
week
never
until
know, bro.
Thursday, really. Before the night of the actual drops itself.
Facts.
But yeah, that's about it for the music releases and announcements. Let us know what you're hyped for down in the comment section down below. Let's go ahead and move on to the hip hop news and current events. We got a good amount of stuff, but also I'm going to kind of summarize some of this stuff. So because of all the LA wildfires and all those things kind of like happening, a lot of artists have kind of like not banded together, but kind of like, you know, strapped themselves down and like really was like, yo, let's do some stuff, but actually put the proceeds to people that are affected by the LA wildfires and stuff like that. Like Travis Scott, he's donating the 4x4, his new single, the merch proceeds going to the LA wildfire response funds. Big Sean, he recently came out with a self-help book. The proceeds from the book, Go Higher, is for relief efforts towards the LA wildfires. And Flavor Flav, he starts a fundraiser for black families displaced by the LA wildfires. I actually saw pushback on that one.
Oh yeah, because it was black families. Can't do nothing, bro.
You can't win for losing. God dang.
You can't.
And yeah, I just wanted to bring some of that stuff up because a lot of people like to talk about the drama in hip hop, but never the good stuff that these artists are doing in hip hop. And I wanted to just shine a light on that. It was a bit of a dry news week at the beginning of it, so like I said, I just wanted to shine a light on that because I thought it was dope that these artists are, you know, giving back to the LA.
Really dope. I might have to buy Big. He said his
It's a self-help book. Go Higher. That's what it's called.
And it goes to the LA wildfires.
The proceeds of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to buy that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like lately
Artist books?
Yeah, I've been collecting a lot of hip hop memorabilia. Yeah. So,
That's dope.
I'll check it out.
Next piece of news we got though. JPEG Mafia wants sites like Pitchfork and GQ to stop mentioning him, also stating that no one needs these sites anymore. I agree with him on the last part.
But I don't agree with him about like him not mentioning him.
Yeah,
bro.
because
as long as you put music, they're gonna do that.
Yeah, because they need the traction.
Yeah, but sites, to be honest, they're dead, bro.
Yeah, articles. That's why, like, there's some artists I see on my not artists. There's some journalists I see on my timeline because I like to follow them. I like to. I'm trying to build my network this year, and I'm trying to like get people to do more YouTube and stuff like that this year because I want to see other people succeed and strive. I be seeing these journalists still doing articles and not YouTube content. I'm just like, no, start your own channel.
Like
start
write
your
that.
own thing.
Put it on there.
Whatever you're writing in this article, this review right here, make a video of it. You don't even have to be in the video. Just make a video of it and have clips of the actual artists that you're talking about, the music videos, and have pictures of them just going up on the video. Like, that's what I want them to do. But yeah, I don't think artists need these sites anymore. I think the people to go to really is influencers, streamers, you know, and people that are reviewing the content creators.
I'm on Pitchfork's YouTube channel right now. Like, they latest videos they put out, like, they put out one 10 days ago with Young Nudie and Pierre Bourne. Then like they was rating stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, the over and under stuff.
Yeah, over and under. They had a Uzi one. They had a RXK nephew. So I'm like, why they just won't bring their reviews? Get their talent, come over here and get on camera.
I think a lot of that's why I think because the talent has to get on, the actual journalists, the writers have to get.
That's
on
what I'm saying. That's why they won't do that. Or
because the artists stay on the camera.
Or come reach out to people like us and we can do partnerships.
Oh yeah, easily
do partnerships with other creators and we talk about that.
That would be a smart play. But
that's what like what's guy used to do, right? Media. The Wrestle Digital? Yeah, then they used to do that. Then they used to reach out to certain creators. They like come out there.
But he had like a contract with certain creators where they actually worked under like King Kieran and all them.
Yeah. And I remember that, but I'm saying I remember like
because he had that
hip hop on there. Yeah, I think they come over there. I think some people used to come. I don't know. I think they'll be pretty dope. Like, kind of get off the website. Get on here on YouTube. You see a lot of TikTokers moving over here.
No, I have not. Actually.
They're moving over to YouTube. B.
I mean, it's a smart play.
It's because of you can't trust TikTok. You don't know if it's going to get banned.
Well, you really can't trust any social media website.
You really can't.
So that's why, just like Kevin Samuels used to say, be platform agnostic. Grow your brand on every single platform.
Don't put your what you say?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's how I feel. So make sure that's a plug. Follow us on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and all that down in the description down below. Next piece of news we got though: Chris Brown suing Warner Bros. for a docuseries, Chris Brown: A History of Violence, producers for defamation for $500 million.
Yeah, this is just nasty.
Yeah, this is complete nasty work. They was calling him the R word, saying obviously that Chris Brown is violent, especially with Chris Brown coming off a huge tour or still doing the huge tour overseas. I think it's nasty. I think the nastier thing though was when people was comparing this to Drake. I'm like, why do we have to bring Drake into everything? I'm just doing this for contextual reasons. I don't want Drake to be brought into this because these are two completely different cases. This is a whole documentary, a docu-series made of an artist, and it's basically defaming him to him. Like, I don't know what happens because obviously we wasn't there to say what happens.
I seen ID like documentary. I saw this like on Hulu, I believe. Like man, I'm like, I don't know, how could you just do this about somebody like with no type of like approval from like
the actual artist itself? And then Warner Bros. Really thought this was a good move to let this go out. That's crazy.
It's nasty. It's so nasty.
But yeah,
let that man live, man.
Yeah, I don't want to say like this because I never want to like minimize what the victims went through or whatever. But Chris Brown was like young when a lot of that stuff that he's being accused of happened. So.
But some of the stuff is not even like, it's not something like, especially like one of the cases with the victim, alleged victim. It's not even, it was nothing that he got charged for or anything like that. Like, I think she even said she was lying. It was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't think they should be.
People just clout chasing now.
Yeah, right. Oh, bro.
It's clout chasing.
It's going to be the year of the lawsuits, B. It's going to be a lot of lawsuits.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that these artists, if they are actually like in the right, win. I hope that they beat the machine. I hope they beat these labels and these companies.
Yeah.
So yeah. Another piece of news, sad piece of news. DJ Unk has passed away at the age of 43. His wife recently announced today, I believe, because I saw it on the Breakfast Club. He passed away in his sleep due to a heart attack. He has been having heart attack problems.
Heart problems?
Yeah, within recent years. Like, I think he's been having multiple heart attacks.
He
That's why I believe.
It's called cardiac arrest, right? Like
when you have a heart attack, yeah. But I think he's been having heart attack issues for the last few years. I could be wrong on this, so comment down below if I am wrong. I'm not opposed to being corrected.
At that age, man?
Yeah, 43. Young, and he passed away in his sleep because he had a heart attack in it. Which sucks. Legend. Two-step, walk it out. Okay. Even though these are the people that a lot of East Coasters always say, oh, they ruined hip-hop. Yeah. Man, shut the F up. Because I was talking about someone with that earlier before this stuff was announced. Like, oh, the Snap era ruined hip-hop. I'm like, no, it did not.
All that stuff pushed it because it was doing something totally different. Yeah. Man, DJ Unk, man, RIP to you, bro. Like B said, man, a legend, especially in the Snap era. Like, come on, man, we all had fun, bro. Like, it's time. And hip-hop it started off on fun. Like, come on, get out of here. You need some fun music. Can't just be all about shoot 'em up, bang bang,
selling drugs to the community.
This is the struggle. These are the breaks. Come on, man.
I don't get why they
get out sometimes.
It's funny how like hip hoppers, like hip hop heads that be like in the 90s, that are stuck in the 90s, they be forgetting like what hip hop really came from, and they think that it's supposed to be like that. I'm just
partying, having fun. Look at the Sugar Hill Gang. Come on, man, get up.
Like they never give this crap to Kid and Play. Yeah. They never give this crap to Kid and Play. Not saying that Kid and Play is bad or anything like that, but they was making fun dance music. Mm-hmm. Why can't we make fun dance music later on?
Kid and Play was getting mad, like, you know, they had a freaking movie, TV show. They was getting freaking brand deals with Sprite and all this type of stuff. But I don't know. I feel like Kid and Play's forgotten.
I feel like it's just that their music didn't carry on with our generation.
Music didn't do it, yeah. But usually, they are really known for like they have classic. They got 2 classic movies. Yeah. But they're not known for like having classic songs.
Yeah. I think that their songs don't like really make it in those playlists. That's the thing. It's all about the playlist and me. Yeah. These kids, I could probably ask my brother, do you know a Kid and Play song? He'd be like, who is that?
Yeah. I probably asked my mom that was in the era. You know a Kid and Play songs? He'd probably like, no, I know the House Party movie.
But yeah, I actually listened to that album back in middle school. And last piece of news we have, Spotify and UMG have signed a deal for a streaming 2.0 plan, which I'm not going to lie, it sounds a bit interesting. But I'm wondering, what does this actually mean for streaming? And shout out to the boy Kirko for putting this up. The agreement could result in a new super premium subscription tier with perks like early music access, exclusive deluxe editions, high-res audio, and artist Q&As. It also establishes a direct publishing license between Spotify and UMG, aiming to increase royalty payouts and ensure stronger protections for artist revenues. I mean, I think everything is dependent because with this increasing in price, that means that we're going to be losing a feature, even if we're at the lowest level. Like, yeah, I get it. This gives a bit more of a premium. It gives a bit more of a premium experience for people with the actual early music access. Because remember, I actually made an interlude about how Billionaire is doing a paywall thing, which I'd rather some of my favorite artists do that, and I'll access it through that besides going through here. But yeah, the high-res audio.
This is what's happening.
Yeah.
They supposed to have been doing high-res audio. They've been pushing that back for years.
Tidal's doing that.
That's what Tidal, Apple, they've been doing it. Spotify just been holding it back for 2 years. Mm-hmm. More than that. Oh, it's coming out.
But I also think that they're trying to find a way to actually really monetize it well.
B, what they're doing is they just trying to get ahead of.
Oh, they're milking it.
No, they're trying to get ahead of the direct to consumer. All that chameleon stuff you saying, now they're trying to have this partnership with the artists with Spotify, and they're trying to do it that way. Oh, you have more access to early, bro. They're trying to get ahead of the direct consumer. That's all they doing. When you just read that, because I was trying to look at this and I didn't really read it, but like you just saying it, I'm like, okay, I know what they're doing. They just try to get bro. All right, I might do a video about how SoundCloud ruined freaking the music industry.
I was actually gonna say the blog era ruined it.
Nah,
I think it ruined it. I think it's the greatest thing to happen in music, but I think it ruined it also because
I know I'm saying SoundCloud became the blog era. You know what I mean? Like it went on to that because like, oh, we didn't need the blogs anymore. We can go straight here.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I know what you're saying.
The blog era was the start of that.
It was the start, but I feel like SoundCloud murdered it.
No,
think about
I agree.
it. It started.
That's why I'm saying the blog era
and then
is
look
the
what
start
happened.
of it.
Oh, they started doing this. I want to do it, but I was like, man, I don't know.
You should do it, man.
Yeah.
You could probably articulate it way better than I
Yeah,
can
I'm
because
thinking
you're better at documenting stuff. Me on my stuff, I'm more personal.
Yeah.
Your stuff, you could document it a bit
Yeah,
better.
that's what I've been thinking about.
But yeah,
Thinking
definitely
about doing it, B.
Yeah, do it. I'm gonna tell you to do it. Hey, the more content, the
That's
better.
supposed to be that's probably my next thing.
But yeah, exclusive deluxe editions, which I mean, this could work for the average consumer. But if it's people like us and we allegedly really want to hear it, we can just do a little Googles, zip, download, enter. I'm just on a site that rhymes with schmoogle.
No,
hey, WinRAR?
Yes, bro. Like the streaming is to me is getting out of hand. Like even with music, you can go into like the space of TV of like all these subscriptions we got. It freaking builds up into a freaking satellite bill. It's the same stuff our parents and grandparents is paying on satellite. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. Have you ever had satellite yourself? Like as we've been living on our own. Yeah, like cable and
like on my own. That I pay for out of pocket.
Yeah,
F no. It came with the apartment usually.
Yeah, like my apartment comes with Spectrum, but I'm like I don't even use it. I don't even use it. It's billed into me for $50, but I'd rather pay for YouTube TV for some reason. I don't know, idiot. But but I'm just saying everything is going up, and they're getting us, bro. They all like everything.
Nickel and diming.
Everything freaking satellite was giving us cable. They pretty much doing the same thing. It was like, hold up, they're doing what we were doing.
But
all they're doing is combine. They combining everything, B.
Yeah. Duh. That's how you have to do it. And now Netflix, they got that whole commercial thing happening on their site and raising the prices still.
Because look, they brought WWE over there. They did the whole. They got
the
NFL over there. They got the freaking Beyonce. Like, bro, they killing us. It's the same stuff. Tell me, man, bro, the cost of living is finna go crazy. We ain't gonna get about like I like to talk about finances, but this is finna get crazy. This is finna call economic troubles.
Hey, what did I say? Hey, the Schmeirit May torrent.
but I don't know. This is grimy, bro. They trying to get ahead of like, cause you already know the label's gonna try to like, you put this over here, instead on your website, blah blah blah. We already have your links from your merch already.
But I think
Spotify
a lot of rappers have to do
to
that.
your website.
Like I talked about this in my interlude for Chameleonaire doing his own paywall thing. I think a lot of artists can't do what Chameleonaire is doing. Chameleonaire, him doing the paywall thing, and him deciding to take some of his stuff off of streaming and only put it behind the paywall. It's smart for him. But also, a lot of artists can't do that. A lot of artists can't take that hit. So
yeah, I know.
That's the worst part about
it's
that.
It's like the whole thing with like content creating. It comes with anything trying to be your own boss. You got some people that just want to do it themselves. They want to be independent, or you got the ones that like want the machine behind them. I understand. Some people want the machine. Some people don't want to do everything themselves. So I agree with you. I agree. And I'm saying that's why they know that though.
Yeah,
that's why
that's the worst part. The ball is always.
That's what I'm saying. It's always going to be a select few that do the direct consumer, but they're trying to get it. For the other artists won't get their idea. Like, okay, no, I'm gonna do this. Look, come on, you don't want to do all this. You don't want to pay for your own studio. That's what they do with certain people. The 360, that's why it's king. The 360 deal is king. Because a lot of people don't want to do that stuff themselves. Yeah. They just don't. Especially they prey on young, impressionable, especially ignorant artists. It's like all they do is sign young artists like that.
Yeah, get them out the hood. Give them a nice check. Hey,
that's why they
take all their music.
That's why they can continue to do this. The analogy is this. I know this sounds nasty, but have you seen School Days? Not School Days. Days of Confused. It's a film based like in the 70s, but it's like actually came out in the 90s. It's directed by Richard Linklater, and it's based in Austin, right? And it has Matthew McConaughey. I think it's his first acting role, and he goes, "The one reason why I love high school girls is because I get older and they stay the same age." And this is what they remind me of in the industry. they can continue to do what they do because artists just gonna get younger and they're gonna stay young and they can stay doing whatever they want. They get take advantage of them.
I wonder how other artists, kind of like a Taylor Swift, like a Beyonce, Jay-Z, all those huge artists that can take.
They're the ones that have the leverage.
Yeah. So I'm wondering how this is going to go for them. They could do the direct consumer. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, they could do the direct consumer and they could be successful with it.
But I don't think Taylor Swift and Drake will, like, even what Drake going through right now, don't give me that he wants to leave the label. Like, I don't think he want to be independent. Because, I don't know, I just feel like they have so much leverage that because he has his partnerships, you know, with his other, you know, he has his, like, moniker or whatever. And, like, Taylor Swift, I feel like, look, Taylor Swift was like, okay, you want to do that to me? I just recorded I think it was with her manager or whatever. She just re-recorded, like, her whole freaking catalog, like, herself. And now she owns everything. So, I don't know. I think she have that. That's what I'm saying. She have that leverage. Artists like you said, the big artists, Weeknd, Taylor Swift, Drake, Bruno Mars, they have that leverage to like do things like that. And you know, Chamillionaire have it because he has a successful like tech ventures and stock and stuff like that. So he can do that. He can actually play this game. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Like I said, he's an artist that could potentially take a loss on this.
Yeah, he could.
Not many artists could do that.
Yeah.
I
think it's really interesting though. I think more artists should. I know more artists will do it, but not the majority will do this because I think it's really good to probably like try to do the direct consumer. Because I think I don't know if I said in my video because I did like 3 of them, but I think that the music industry has to go back and like recorrect itself, but in a way of like the artists being, you know, thinking of themselves first.
I think the best way for this right now is Bandcamp.
It is, but that's what the blog era was doing, and then it changed. That's like when I was doing all my little research, thinking about stuff. I was like, I want to do a big video, but I was like, oh, this is what they was going for, but it got corrupted. The freaking industry, bro. The labels are crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro.
They had a mole in there,
bro. They always get it. The information. They always get ahead of it, and they doing it now. Watch the deal. Watch the new deal. I don't know coming up with Meta. Watch something for to come up with Meta. Tell me.
Hey, but that's about it for the hip hop news and current events. Let us know what y'all think about some of that stuff down in the comment section down below. It's gonna get really spooky when it comes to this online music thing. But speaking of music, it's time to actually get into the music section of the show where we actually talk about albums. We actually talk about the music. And today we have an anniversary review. We know we're a bit early. It wasn't the last one as well, but it's been a very dry year so far. 25-year anniversary of Ghostface Killah's Supreme Clientele, B. Can I tell you something, B?
What's that?
Last year was my first time ever listening to this album. And this was the album that made me want to watch that Wu-Tang and American Saga series. B, the only reason I listened to this album last year was because the year before, I believe, I think I listened to West Side Gun's Supreme Clientele.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you name your album after another man's album name? I'm like, why would you, like, that's like a Carter, like the Carter series. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you kind of meat riding.
Nah,
so I got to see.
Supreme Clientele fire.
But I got to see why you meat riding.
Yeah.
So then I listened to it. Pause. This is worth the meat.
Yeah. Hey, this is enough to hop on the meat.
Hey, I'm sorry. This album is so good. It's so good. And B, I think I would have to classify this as yap rap.
Bro.
We have to classify this as yap rap because when I first heard the album, and I talked about it last year on the What We've Been Jamming section, maybe I might link it down below. I might forget about that. But I listened to this last year, and when I first listened to it, I'm like, oh, Ghost is flowing on here. This is way different than Iron Man. But he was getting into some pockets, and he was just saying some stuff where I'm just like,
wow, yeah.
This is on some MF Doom level to where it's like, you saying a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not really understanding right now. Like, yeah, some stuff I'm going to be able to pick up on, but I'm not getting, like, there's just so much happening in these bars and these lines right now. I don't know, but I want to hear your history with this album right here, because this is a legendary album. We got to talk about it.
My history with this album, I think I heard this for the first time when I had to be like 17. Like, I was like getting out of high school, because this is when I was getting to like my super underground bag, listening to like Self-Titled, Immortal Technique, MF Doom, and all these guys.
Tech Nine?
A little bit of strange music, a little bit.
Okay, respect.
But I don't know. It's just like I started getting into my Wu phase, and then once you get into Wu, you break down their albums, and then you go into like the individual albums, right? So Iron Man, Liquid Swords, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I do Googles. What's the best Wu-Tang album, or like has the best solo release? And like this was like top. I think it was number 1 or like top 3. And I'm like, listen to this Ghostface Supreme Clientele. And B, I've been in love ever since. My history with this album runs deep. I love it so much. And I don't know. I should have did more research. because I'm trying to, because a lot of my stuff be going off my word bank. You know what I mean? By my bank, my past. So when he was writing like this, he said he don't want to rap like this again. It's like something he won't do again.
I believe he said that on Drink Champs. I think he talked about it on Drink Champs with his episode with him and Raekwon.
Yeah, he's like, it was just because I know him and RZA did the trip to Africa.
Yeah,
they was in Africa for a while, and a lot of that stuff like inspired this like
the writing process,
and like how you mean like, man, my people here, you know, he
said they don't really need like stuff. He said F this Polo Hilfiger or whatever.
Yeah, they don't.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, he was saying things like that, but I'm thinking like, how that coincide with all this crazy rapping you doing here, bro? That's what one thing I just don't remember.
Well, I was doing some more research, and I didn't realize it until I really started listening to the album. I put the research together while I was listening to. What it is it took away the materialism of the actual album.
Because he barely did talk about stuff like that.
Materialism and crime. He barely talks about that on the album, which obviously in Africa, they're not materialistic. He was like, they don't have a lot of money, but they got each other. Though. Yeah. And I'm just like, I was like, that's something I actually did not peak compared to an album like Iron Man.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't do
But, you know, to me, this album is masked in you yapping in so many words. It's kind of hard to really take that away from them.
That's what I'm saying. That's where that filler comes in. Because like it's some stuff like on Nutmeg is probably it's still my favorite song because it's like the best rapping. Even though he's saying all type of stuff, it sounds so well over the production and just the flow he's in, that pocket, that like the flow he was in it was. I know how you don't like freaking RZA, but like he felt off kiltered on here to me as well, like Ghost did. Like how he was, it felt perfect. It fit the production, but it was like, I don't know, man. He was just going. It put you in a doom mind. He was like scientific, so and so, just saying this.
It's body whipping. It's hard to keep.
Flip don't fail, and just saying stuff. It's just like going like, oh man, this album, and then this album, man, it's just one of them albums that I can just play it, bro. Especially like the first. Like going all the way down to like from 9 was like always my favorite run. So to Mighty Healthy, like Mighty Healthy just shake that body, that body. Like bro, he was just over here just going off of this album, bro, and like bringing up like the production and how cohesive this album is. That's why RZA and him, they actually like
this is post RZA flood off.
Yeah, after the flood, yeah. So he said he had to like really make sure everything was together. It's like it flows perfect.
But he also went and got other producers
and he actually worked on their stuff as well. Like, hold up, like I want to.
Yeah, he got the production.
He was like, hold up, let me go ahead and tweak this. Let me tweak this, man.
Let me put my name on that as well.
Hey, as an album that's produced as well, bro. How you feel about the production as a total?
Oh, well, you know, my thing is this. This is a 2000s album, so I'm like, all right, this should have some more modern production compared to like the stuff that I've listened to from Wu-Tang.
This is a 90s album.
Well, it's made in the 90s, yeah. But I'm saying like it's a more modern thing because at that time, hip-hop was kind of becoming more modernized into the contemporary era is what I like to call it.
2000 to me was still 90s because most of their albums, they was recorded in the 90s. Yeah. Like all this was 90s. But it came out like February.
But I'm saying like 1999 and up, like that sound.
I know it started to kind of like up. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so for me, production-wise, I'm not going to lie. I was going into this, I'm looking at the cover, I'm like, yo, like, I'm not sure when I'm going to get into this. But I heard Nutmeg. And I respect RZA as a producer.
Oh, legend.
But going into this, I'm like, okay, I see that this isn't fully produced by RZA. So I was like, huh. And this is Ghostface's second album. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, is this going to be better than Iron Man or what? I was going into it Nutmeg. Nutmeg, I liked it. It threw me off a bit.
I love Nutmeg.
But I love it, though, because it's like, bing, bing, bing. And then the way Ghostface was rapping on there, I didn't expect him to come so aggressive.
Yeah,
he was just spitting. And I was thinking this weekend beat, I was like, yo, I kind of wish that this Ghostface right here and like Mad Villain MF Doom would have made an album. I know they were supposed to make the collab album, but I wish they like that. These eras of these two would make a collab album with each other.
And this is when like freaking Operation Doomsday was out. Like this was like, bro, what he said, Shawty got shot in the face. My house was overcrowded. Like he was just saying stuff, bro. Like what is he talking about?
But B, one of my favorite hip hop tracks, and it came out like you know it came to me last year. One.
Oh, one.
Wow. The way it starts off. One.
Bro, that joint is crazy.
He was good.
Bro, you know what beat I love? Ghostdini. I love that beat, bro. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, that's bro.
Oh, yeah.
That beat is
it feels like I'm creeping on the block.
Bro,
it feels like nighttime. Like I'm creeping on the block. Look, headlights off and everything. I'm sorry.
But Apollo Kid is the.
Is that the one with Raekwon?
Yeah, I love that song. But It's the sound that RZA put in there. Like it's like some type of static or something like that. I never heard it.
Raekwon's voice distorted a bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But like me having the headphones on, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, this is bothering me. I was like, is this on I have to turn it off. I paused. I'm like, and then I played another track, and I'm like,
to make sure it wasn't your system.
Yes, but it was actually the song. I'm like, why did he do that? But you know, he always doing some funky stuff sometimes.
I think it was to kind of give you like that old 90s vibe. Like kind of give you a vibe of like what's happening on this cover right now.
I don't know. It was.
I kind of like it.
No, I liked it. I'm just saying, it's just, I don't know. It just threw me off, bro. Because I never noticed it till like I actually had headphones in jamming this. And like having those type of headphones, like, you know, over the ear headphones, they could be more, you can kind of get more into detail with some of the stuff. And it never, I'm like, I've been listening to this out for years and I never noticed it. And I was like, the hell is that? It tripped me out, bro. I was like, my headphones messed up? But bro, it's just like even some of the skits are funny over here, like the crackhead skit. Oh yeah, like, you like don't even disrespect my fence, man.
That one, who would you F?
Oh, bro. Every time I hear that, bro, I'm like, bro, why was they saying this?
And it was actually saying the names,
bro. They didn't care, bro. And Ghostin was like, they were like, they're like, who you gonna take, Missy? Baba D, what's her name?
Deborah Cox?
No.
I remember he brought her up.
It was what's her name? Bob. I forgot. She's a rapper from Philly. Is it Bob? It's the Bob.
I forgot the name.
But Bahama Dia or something like that. My bad. I'm messing up your name. You have a really dope album. I remember listening to that back in the day. Not back in the day, like I'm that old, but like 5 years ago. But is it Bahamadia? I don't know. It's bothering me. But anyways, I'm like, bro, they really just saying
the name.
You can get Tyra Banks a Naomi Campbell. He was like, nah, man, she look African. I ain't really messing with that. I'm like, what? She bad, bro. They wildin', bro. Tyra got a big forehead.
Hey, they was being real on him,
They was, bro.
I respect it. Nah. And he had the little comic booky like references and tie-ins with the skits as well, with the Iron Man theme as well.
Raekwon was rapping. Jizza on freaking Bangz 101. I love that song.
I don't know what it is with Jizza. Jizza's one of my favorite members.
Nah, he's probably like one of the best, bro.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But man, the way he comes on there, I'm just like, the way he starts off the song, I'm like,
what you think about Buck 50 with Redman, Capadonna, and Meth?
Oh, see, I love that song.
Yeah, that song.
Method Man, killing it. Redman was, he came in with that really aggressive flow. Won't talk. I was like, okay, Redman. Especially if coming off that last year. But that's besides but man, I'm like, yo. And then they said that Redman, like what they did back then, RZA would produce a song and they would go into the car and do the car test. And Redman wrote his verse in the car while listening to the beat. I was like, okay, that's fire right there.
Oh, Malcolm is one of my favorites too. I love that track. That's the one with the mic. Nah, it's a song where he talking about talking about Malcolm X and stuff like that. That was dope.
The only problem I really have on here is two RZA performances. The one with Nutmeg, I'm just like, shut the F up, RZA. Get off the goddamn track. RZA, you are a legend, but god dang it, you ruined that Childish Gambino song for me off of
royalty, bro.
Abu Dhabi, I'm with Childish Gambino, I'm with Tino. I hated him on So Appalled on Kanye West's My New Guns. So effing Paul. Wait, what's the song?
It's
how's the
you talking about his verse?
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm just like, yo.
I love RZA, bro.
And I was young then. I didn't really know RZA's impact back then. I'm like, yo, get this man off this track.
I love RZA, bro.
Ridiculous.
I don't know. I always like.
To me, RZA feels like he tries too hard.
Oh, bro, this is RZA, bro.
And then especially watching the Wu-Tang American Saga. Oh yeah, you definitely was trying hard.
That's RZA, bro.
I'm a sperm swimming in the fallopian tube. I'm like. I see why you didn't make it back then. Rapping like that, no one cares.
What you mean you didn't make it?
No, I'm saying like because he did a little freestyle. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a sperm swimming in the fallopian tube. I won." I'm just like, everybody was just looking at him in the crowd like, "Yo, like, is he really doing it?" Like, yo, I would have preferred for to throw the tomato.
I watched like a few episodes on it because it threw me off. I'm like, yo, this is not the Wu-Tang story. But then I realized that it was just reimagined.
Well, Wu-Tang. No, what it was is that the other Wu-Tang members weren't as involved. And they said that they actually had a problem with that series. They was like, yo, like, RZA really wasn't trying to, like, get us involved and then, like, for us to help tell our stories and stuff like that. Just like RZA just wanted all the control.
Yeah, that's when I was watching it, like when it was only a few episodes, like it was the first season, and I'm like, I can't. This didn't happen.
That's why I was watching it, and I'm like, Raekwon and Ghostface was beefing.
Yeah. That's why I said.
That's why they had to debunk that, like on like a Drink Champs. They was like, no, we didn't do that. Like that RZA, he went off like he was like he didn't want to consult us on nothing. He just wanted to do his own thing. He was like,
I think that's what I'm saying. I thought RZA was trying to reimagine the story to make them come together.
I mean, yeah, he was trying to dramatize it a bit too.
That's what I thought.
But you know, the rest of the game was like, yo, like he didn't ask us. Like he wasn't trying to make us part of it like that. But I do like the last season, artistically, I guess you could say, conceptually, where they make like a short film of each of the solo albums, the first debuts, like Raekwon actually being the chef or whatever, and actually, you know, being a mafia boss.
Yeah.
GZA being like a samurai in this long gone world of like the labels taking over and made mainstream music all dumbed down and stuff.
Yeah.
I do like it conceptually. And like I said, this is the album. The reason I'm speaking to this, because this is the album that made me go check out that series. Because after I heard this album beat, I was like, yo, I got to check out some more Wu-Tang stuff. Yeah. My thing with Wu-Tang is like, when I was younger in middle school, and shout out to my boy Dekevian, because he was like super heavy into Wu-Tang in high school too as well, I believe. I heard about them. I listened to their albums. The last one I listened to was the one with the gray cover. I think they had a flag. I think it's an iron flag or Wu flag, whatever. I listened to like
Wu
the first
Forever,
three.
right?
I think Wu Forever is the second album.
You talking what they all on?
They all have the flag in the background. It's all gray or whatever.
I can't think of it.
But I only listened to like their first three albums overall in general, and that I don't know why it didn't make me go back to all their solo albums. I never thought about that. But some of the stuff I have listened to as
Iron Flag.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, going back to some of the stuff and actually visiting Supreme Clientele for the first time last year, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the albums I'm just like, dang. I'm glad I'm listening to this now at this age than I did when I was younger, because I definitely wouldn't like this back then. But now, like, listening to this, I'm like, yo, the production is there, the rapping is there for me. Ghostface as a rapper, so much charisma, so much energy, so much ferocity when it comes to him actually rapping. Him throwing all these words together. He was like, yo, I was just throwing words together that just sounded good. I'm like, this gap rap.
You could tell, but it was dope. And like one thing about this album, bro, is just, like you said, stylistically, I don't know. That's why it stands out. Even though he was throwing stuff together, but he did it in a Ghostface way. Usually, when you hear rappers being blah 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 blah, it don't sound right. Like it's just like, oh, this is dull. Like Ghostface has, like you said, character. He has flow. He has a really good voice. So it actually, if you like, hold on, what is he talking about? Because it sounds fly. You know what I mean? That's just how it was, bro. That's what I was like. Some albums I wish I was there when it dropped. Like, yes, I was born in that, but I wasn't listening to this at freaking what? When this dropped 2000, I was gonna be freaking 5 years old, 6 years old. Like,
I was 4 turning 5.
Yeah, I just love to like actually experience this as it released. That's what sometimes
But I wonder, like, was this big back then?
I'm pretty sure.
Because they said that the singles on here was successful. Like, their Churches, La Ghost, that was one of the singles on here. Yeah. And I was like, I can't imagine.
But
like,
I'm saying music was different. Yeah. It was different then. So yeah, I can. Yeah.
But also, we got to put in regionality as well, though.
But I'm saying Wu-Tang was for everybody. Wu-Tang was for the children. They had their own freaking what? They had what? Video games. They had their own store. They had clothing line. Like Wu-Tang was huge, B. Like super huge. Like they were really big. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a big.
I guess this is one of them things like I never hear older adults talk about Wu-Tang.
You know what?
I never hear older adults in my life, and my family. That's why.
Bro, you know, some of them people from the South, bro. Yeah. It depends. You got to be like
not like older people.
That would say you got to be like
Twitter. Yes.
You got to be like a hip hop head from the South, or like in our family to like know who and like follow Wu-Tang. Like I don't know nobody, and my dad probably was in prison at the time. Like, I'm just saying. Only people I know in my family is my people that's in the music industry that I'm pretty sure was jamming this, but nah.
Yeah. But overall, man.
Classic, happy anniversary to this album. Like one of my, this is like, I don't have like favorites. I never have like a list or whatever, but like this is one of those albums that's like
to me, this album holds up really well.
Yeah, this one of them albums right here. You know what I mean? Amazing.
And RZA, while I don't like some of your features on here, the one up with you on the grain, you did a good job on that one.
RZA, you did fine on all your features.
Production wise, yes.
Rapping and production. I had no problem with it.
Bob Gotti. You can't be no.
Nancy hyperventilate.
Like, RZA, shut the F up.
No, bro, they was in Africa, bro. They was spitting that African stuff.
No, he was spitting all right. God dang it. But God dang it, Ghostface Killah, Supreme Clientele. Such a phenomenal album. I'm not a hip hop head. I'm not a hip hop purist, but this is an album that I really appreciate and I really enjoy. And I can listen to at any time.
You like Miguel? You don't hip hop head because you don't know what they hit. What do you say? I'll be head what they hit.
Who said that? Miguel.
He said that on the old pod. He said I'll be head what they hit. Whatever he said, bro. I was watching the old episode and it stuck out to me, bro. He be wilding, bro.
I thought you meant Miguel the singer. I was like, what?
The homie, bro.
No, but yeah, overall, great track. I mean, great
album.
Well, great album, great track listing. I don't even mind the length of it. An hour and 4 minutes. Pause on that. Yeah. But yeah, overall, really solid body of work. If this came out on vinyl today, I would be buying it.
It's so hard to find.
That's why I said if it came out.
I remember I was trying to get it when it was $80, and I was like, that's too much. And now it's like, I don't know, but it's crazy.
COVID happened, didn't it?
Yeah, bro. I was like, I'm gonna get it. And,
but yeah, let us know what y'all think about Ghostface Killah's Supreme Clientele, the album review 25 years later. Let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below. But now it's time to get on to the discussions. It's time to talk about some actual topics, B, to actually further conversation within the space itself. We got about 4 topics here, B. Where do you want to start off at?
I'm gonna do the first topic, hip hop, the most judgmental, because
yes.
I think this goes with it's really aligned with the people who turn on Travis. Mm-hmm. Like it was all on the judgmental thing. Like I fall victim to this. I think we all do, especially as hip hop listeners. So
especially as black people.
Oh my God. So you could say that because I was listening to an old interview from like 2009 from Kid Cudi because I told you I was doing I did way more research. I was doing some research, right? And he was just saying like hip hop is the most judgmental genre, and his little snippets in that because I think it was like a 9-minute clip or something. He was just saying how like we judge clothes, we judge of course rapping ability, you judge like where you come from, you judge all these things. It's like when it comes to hip hop, they judge everything about you instead of like the music. And I was like, I started thinking,
that sounds familiar.
What?
Everybody's judging everything but the music.
Yeah. So no, I'm saying no. He was saying they judge everything in the music. Like that's not the music in the music as well. So it's like
they put it in with the music.
Yeah. So
like it's an actual factor.
Yeah. So I was thinking, and I was just like, is hip hop the most judgmental? Then I started because I listen to other genres, but I wouldn't say I'm well engulfed into the culture because people. Yeah, because some people try to separate black culture and hip hop culture, but I think it's kind of synonymous in my opinion. I feel like you could be a different ethnicity or nationality and be a part of hip hop culture, but I think hip hop culture is a piece of black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they go hand in hand.
I think without black culture, you wouldn't have hip hop culture. It's not without hip hop culture, you wouldn't have black culture. But hip hop culture is a part of black culture. But we also let other people in the hip hop culture. But you don't have to be part of black culture to be part of hip hop culture.
It's also an extension.
Dang, that felt like a ton.
No, I'm saying it is, but I understand what you're saying as well. So like, and I was just thinking, and then the Travis stuff. Future putting out a new mixtape, and I started thinking about what I said about Future. Do Future need to mature? Like, why is he making the same songs? I actually saw
someone put a video out about that, and I was like, yo, they still in our sauce.
They still in our sauce, B?
They still in our sauce. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll show you.
So I was just thinking, like, man, why are we so judgmental on these artists? So I was thinking, like, maybe I need to reel it back on, like, when it comes to, like, creating. Because I was thinking, what the heck? When he put it out?
10 hours ago.
Hold on, who is that? Go to his thing.
I used to pay.
That's you know who he is?
I think I subscribed to him. Yeah, I'm subscribed to him.
Wow.
But I was like, what? I'm like, we actually talked about that. Yes. We actually had that
like months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm thinking this. Like, are we too hard on artists, B, when it comes to like what they're doing? Because I know you a fan of Future and Travis, and yes, they could have some of the same sounding music,
samey music, yeah.
But it's like, is that a problem? If like we had this discussion about Lil Uzi as well, because we was like, why are y'all upset with this Uzi project? It seems like he kind of was trying to go back into form of like what the people loved, and then try to backtrack when the people don't love it, and was like, oh, that was just something I put out, pretty much. So, are we being too judgmental on these artists? Like, are we too hard on our artists in hip hop?
I think it's one of those things. Like, yes, I think we are too hard on them, but this also goes back to a conversation that now I'm remembering that me and you had, where hip hop is like the one genre that we could really talk about. Like, that's the one where if you talking about it online, you're gonna get more conversation from that. I think that's why it's so judgmental, because everybody like factors in something differently based off of hip hop, because there's things like double entendres, triple entendres. There's so many ways about going about lyricism. There's things like flow. There's things like singing ability, being melodic, production wise,
and content. Because you got to think about, we get more connected to these artists. You know what I'm saying? Because how they get, we get in touch with them, interviews. I actually just having discourse with them on like, I don't know, on Twitter and Instagram and all this stuff, and also like the content in their music, you can relate to it. Even though you can do the same thing in other genres, but I feel like with hip hop, it's so much of a youthful thing as well that a lot of us get connected with these artists at times, especially in our adolescence. So that's why I was also thinking like, as adults, as you get older, I think we tend to judge them more. Because if you think about it, most of the people that's technically like judging these artists, they're like, you know, they've been established for a while, and I feel like that tends to happen when your fans get older. They tend to judge you more. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's when more judgment comes. Well, because at this point we have more work. You have more work behind you, so we got more to go on. So it's like, is it hard to grow in hip hop? Is it best to take breaks and come back?
I think it depends on the era that you're growing from, because look at someone like a Travis Scott, who some people say has the best trap album. But look at where trap started from based off of where it was then to where it is now, even though people say that you don't have to be rapping about trap-like stuff to be a trap album. I think it is hard to grow now, because a lot of the artists that we listen that are coming out emerging now, a lot of them are like taking from other things, not really innovating. I think that's what makes it really harder, is the innovation.
Do you
that's
think,
what makes it harder.
Do you think it's because of the you got to have a hot take or era we in now, or like you have to be different in a way and start the conversation of like, oh, this don't hit the same, or like, oh, this the same song. I feel like we're in a generation where like that happens more often now. Like I remember like being younger and seeing more people being like, oh, yo, this dope, this dope, this dope, than seeing people like, yo, this whack, this whack, this whack. I feel like it's more people in this time that pushing back on like whatever some people like, you dislike. I feel like that's happening a lot now.
Well, I think Potty Mouth said it before. Like, we're in a take culture where everybody has to have a hot take to get viral, to get engagement, things like that. But I also think we live in a nostalgia era too, where we kind of cling to the stuff that we loved back then. And if you're not hitting on that level or above, this ain't really it though.
It's like in the midst of the Drake beef, I remember when Drake put out Push-Ups, right? I was a content creator that said, oh, if Kendrick don't put out nothing that's Ether level, it's not gonna work. And I'm like, yeah, have you ever really just went back and listened to Ether? You know what I mean?
Ether don't hold up as like it was great for the times, but to me it don't hold up as greatly now.
And so I don't know. I just feel like we put certain, like in hip hop, we put so much standards. I'm saying, I'm just going by hip hop because this is what I know. Like, yes, I listen to other music, but I never really been like engulfed into the culture like that, because I don't think they're more. It's not many voices like talking about, oh, so and so with this jazz musician, or like so and so with this pop musician. They not better than. I know they got people like, oh, she's not better than her, blah blah blah. But with hip hop, it's really like it's in depth. It's so much judgment, like down to your shoes, bro. Like I always talk about, oh, Drake can't dress. Like we say things about people like more than the music. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Just had me just thinking like,
and also outside factors affect people's judgment of the music too, because of like, oh, Drake is doing this UMG thing, I can't view him the same now.
And then, this is messing up the music, and I don't believe that. But look, another thing that makes me think of it why it's like this, because hip hop is the cool thing. It has been since it's been released, and hip hop is like pop culture now. Like if you think about anything that's like popular or like things that go viral, like most of it has something to do like with hip hop or like black culture or something like that. So I think like if you bringing up like black people and saying like, you know, we could be a little some judgment to people. We rank on people. We do all this type of stuff. So I think that all goes into it. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It just made me think like, dang, bro, I think we are too hard on artists.
We are, but also I think some people are just way too soft, which comes in with the echo chamber.
Yeah.
People was praising that Layla album last year because just giving it a participation award, basically. And I'm just like, it wasn't the worst thing I heard last year, but it doesn't deserve as much. It hasn't earned as much praise.
I don't like using the word deserves it either. Like, but
that's why I put.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You changed it, so it's like, oh, excuse me. Yeah, man. I don't know. Even though she's not really doing hip hop, but.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's hip hop adjacent because
I know
the blogs and stuff, hip hop pages that post about hip hop was posting her, which, hey, okay, and plus she was on the song "That's Not My Problem," so R&B and hip hop are kind of like synonymous with each other. Yeah. But it's not. It's like now R&B is a subgenre of hip hop rather than it being its own genre because of like the look and the optics of it now. Yeah. That's how I feel about it, because these blog pages, they'll post an R&B artist if it's more adjacent to hip hop usually. But I think we are the hardest on people because just look at some of the East Coast people we follow or that come up on our timeline on Twitter. I was having an argument the other day with someone because they was under, I think, one of your posts under the deleted villain dude or whatever. You said something to him, and this one guy said, yeah, that's why the South is horrible in hip-hop. Yeah, he was like, the South ruined hip-hop, which is a common thing I see amongst East Coasters. They say that the South ruined hip-hop, but I'm just like, we made it fun again. Y'all are the ones that wanted to make it just hardcore, lyrical, spiritual miracle. Don't nobody want to hear that all day. Yeah. I don't, no lie. Yes, there's some Mos Def stuff that could probably go off in the club. Not everything that Mos Def is talking about could go off in the club. Not everything that Nas is talking about could go off in the club. Jay-Z, he's like probably the best artist to come out of New York and also have a mainstream appeal to where he can make really great songs. Because he had to dumb it down,
bro. Because like you have to dumb it down if you want to, especially if you want to make it in the music industry. It's like same thing with content, like what we doing. Sometimes like we don't want to talk about Drake and stuff like that, but sometimes we have to dumb it down and talk about it just to get into the algorithm.
But B, it's just, I agree. But B, it's just so weird that sometimes we'll have artists that we love, like an Andre 3000. But then we get, and East Coasters also respect them as well. But when it comes to like the snap music era that a lot of them love to criticize, Lil Jon and all them, they ruined hip hop. But what about T.I.? What about Ludacris? What about Young Jeezy? Everybody else that was going on in that era. What about Scarface? Bro, what about Bun B?
And when I'm never scared, they all getting hyped because that's a banger, bro. Like, you can't not get hyped to I Ain't Never Scared.
But also,
it's just a certain few people, they like to crack on the snap era.
Yeah, but then there's someone, like I said, Andre 3000, he would get on these features. Throw some D's on a remix.
Killing it. Walk It Out.
Walk It Out remix.
RP on.
You know like, even someone who's super hip-hop that you guys respect to a high degree, he's getting on this stuff and he's having fun.
Yeah, and it was some New York artists actually, collaborating with the people.
Jay-Z during the Blink era, which Cash Money.
Dipset, Jadakiss was doing it a lot with Ludacris and them. Yeah, it was camaraderie amongst the people in the industry, but it's just a select few of people. I wouldn't even just say always East Coast too. It's select people.
For me, I mostly see it from the East Coasters. Yeah. If I had to go from like what group, and usually I see what they say on hip hop, I go to their profile. Somewhere from New York.
Yeah,
I'm like. Yeah, expected.
But it's biased on each end. It's just hard.
Yeah, I'm biased, but I'm also like, I can acknowledge certain things where I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see this, I can see that. I don't know. I think we are very judgmental. I don't think we're gonna get away from that.
Do you think it's a problem with the people, like some people trying to turn on Travis with this about trying to judge his new 4x4 song?
I think the thing is, like, people are just tired of Travis. I think it's one of those things where like people are tired of the winner. Like, Travis has been winning in terms of like Astro World, Utopia. He's had huge singles ever since his debut album. People are just getting tired of him winning.
I saw some popped up in my timeline about the industry of people really don't like Travis. I guess it was talking about all the like
Grammys and stuff like that.
No, not even Grammys. All the stuff he like him offside of the stage, just him being a dick.
Oh,
they're just saying
I've heard about that.
Yeah. So when Travis had the whole situation with the Astro World concert, I feel like
the
industry,
festival?
Yeah, the festival. The industry caved in on him. Like, it was bad. It was ugly. Even his
people was contemplating if Utopia was gonna do well.
Remember his reaction. It's like
all black and white.
Yeah.
You gotta do the heavy breathing before you,
bro. Put that phone down. It's talking. Making the music.
Fact. Feed. He's like, yo, that's gotta happen at the next one.
After people. What's it?
Look, y'all think something happened at this one right here? Feed. Especially with him getting that little mic stand in.
But I didn't listen to the Travis song. I was going through the timeline and I clicked a little bit here, like 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, sounds like a Travis song.
It sounds like a Travis song, but it sounds like that SoundCloud era.
Yeah, but it sounds like something he just put out, like the support. It don't seem like, oh, this is a song I really like. Was so dope. Feel like a Lucy to me.
People was trying to say, oh, Travis puts out the worst singles to promote the album because they was comparing it to that K-pop. I mean, K-pop song he has with Bad Bunny. I'm just like. This is literally Travis's lane right here. This is a lot more in Travis's lane. I told you before, like I said on Twitter, I am tired of the Travis album experience. Yeah. Give me Travis album with just full of dope songs. Give me that, but don't give me something like another Huncho Jack. Don't give me that, but give me an album full of dope songs. Something like he was kind of doing on Utopia, where he would kind of like mess up the actual cohesion of the album when he would have that song with him, Rob 49, Twin Jet Skis or whatever it's called. Like songs like that, have more of those songs on an album, and make like a Travis album that sounds more like a collection of songs rather than a body of work where you have to actually experience it from front to back. Yeah. For me, I'm a Travis fan, and I thought that I was really exhausted from Travis because after a while on the show, I was like, yo, like I'm kind of tired of Travis, like yada yada woo doo doo. But now I'm just like, yo, I actually like this 4x4 song. People scrapping on saying, like he's been making the same song for so and so years now. But what song sounds like 4x4 off of Astro World or Utopia? There is no song that sounds like this.
I think it's probably like, it's the formula, pretty much.
Yeah, it's the formula.
Because I heard it and I was like, okay, this sounds like a Travis song.
Exactly.
That's what I think it is.
Bro. But you can't point to me another song that sounds just like this one from Travis, Astro World, or Utopia. Now, if you were to say during the SoundCloud era of Travis, where he was just dropping little singles here and there, you got me on that one. But I actually like those singles. I feel like he's kind of returning back to form while doing that. I don't know. I'm a huge Travis fan, so to see him doing a song like this, and you can't even really be mad at him putting the merch proceeds and all that towards the LA wildfires. People are just crapping on Travis. Yeah. I'm just like, yo, what happened? Like, y'all was just loving him and asking for the album. Now y'all crapping on this song right here?
I don't think it's mostly the fans, though.
I don't think that's what every fan base that craps on someone. We need to cancel this person. Well, you probably wasn't a fan of that person before, so you not listening to them now is not going to hurt.
Yeah.
Especially if they're already successful. But yeah, I don't know. Hip hop, I think we're so judgmental also because there's so many elements to actually, when we actually review it in the music itself. Like I said, lyricism, beat selection,
and then comparing it to like your previous works.
Mm-hmm. I just want to know what it's like in other genres of music. Do they do that as well? And how heavily do they do it? I'm pretty sure they do it, but how heavily do they do it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not as much as hip hop.
Yeah, and plus, them artists don't seem like they in the news a lot, like hip hop artists are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below. But B, it's time to get on that man. Nasty Ack.
Nasty Ack, man. I was trying to find the streamer name. I forgot his name. You know his name?
What, the streamer?
The 15-year-old kid.
Nord. N-O-U-D
it's Nord.
Or something like that.
I was trying to find
Nord.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. So recently over the weekend, DJ Akademiks has been exposed for these Discord calls. I say exposed because I'm just like, who recorded this? Did he record this and did he put it out? I don't know how exactly all these events went out, but apparently Akademiks and his friends was in a Discord call with a 15-year-old or 16-year-old streamer named Nord. I don't know how you say his name. Nord. Yeah, it basically was saying stuff that was very inappropriate to say to someone who, one, age-wise is just inappropriate. Two, this is no one in your family. This is kind of like weird. Like I don't want to say like this, and I'm not trying to save face with him. I can see like a family, like older cousin saying stuff like this to a younger cousin,
which I always thought was nasty.
It's weird, but to me, it's a bit more like normalized. That's the best way I could say it. It's a bit more normalized. This was just, it was so weird.
Yeah, it's
I couldn't defend this, and I'm not an Akademiks hater. You're not an Akademiks hater either. But this was just so weird. Like you got to know better than this, especially at the place that you're at now. I'm not saying like, oh, you need to be more secretive if you're doing this. No, just don't do it at all. Yeah, this is nasty work.
I always thought this was nasty. Like between 15-year-olds talking like this, you understand. You know, y'all in the same age group. Y'all talking about the same. Of course. But like being an adult and talking to a 15-year-old, talking about you're gonna send him women, you just can't do that. Like my whole life, bro, like he said, this is normal. Like I experienced this from women. Like being a young guy, like 15, 16, and older women trying to like, you know, do things, bro. Yeah. Like a lot of men, they, you know, we talk about it, don't want to talk about it, and you get looked at like, oh man, you
weak.
Are you GAY allegedly or stuff like this? Or you don't like, but like I always thought this was weird. Even I got mad younger cousins, and I heard like older family members or other family members talking to them and like, oh, you got a girlfriend yet? Or like, you need me to hook you up? And all that type of stuff is disgusting. I remember being young, bro, and I'll never forget this Boosie lyric. Lil Boosie was like, when my son turned 15, I'm gonna get him head at his birthday.
No, that wasn't a lyric. He actually did that, I think.
No, it was a lyric. I remember it being a kid. I'm talking about, I remember the lyric as a kid, and it always stuck out to me.
Oh, but I think he actually did
it was called Daddy Love You.
Yeah. That's nasty.
Yeah. He talked to all his kids. I remember this in middle school. And him saying it, and I've been like, I'm going to get him head at his birthday party.
I think he did.
He probably did. And a lot of, I think it's normal, bro. I think people do that for their kids.
No, yeah, it's normalized. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's normal. It's normalized.
No, it's normalized between like some men. I think it's nasty. I'm like,
it's weird.
Bro, I'm not talking like that. I don't talk like that to my nephews and none of my little cousins. I never did it. Even as a 17, 16-year-old, I didn't talk like this to my younger cousins. Like I just didn't do stuff like that. I don't know. I just think it's disgusting. And what Ack was doing, bro, like I think one of the managers was Tory Lane's manager or something there too. And I'm like, come on, bro. Then they told this dude, would you smash plaqueboymax? Would you let him hit if you was transgender into
it was such a weird conversation.
It was like, what are y'all talking about, bro? This is nasty. And I don't know, bro. Was Dom right, B?
I think that a lot of people, because this is the thing, right? We're not academics haters, but we can acknowledge when something like is just weird or just off.
Ack do some weird stuff, bro.
Yeah, he's not perfect. I would never like be a defender.
I'm not like you saying, I will never defend this man. Some stuff I watch and I'm like, he'll give like some game, but I'm not nobody to be out here trying to defend academics. I do not care about this man. What that man eat, don't make meats. I don't care. Whatever you do. But I'm not like no hater, but this is disgusting.
Yeah, and I think I agree with Dom. I think a lot of people, it's just, and I called someone out for this earlier. It's performative activism, like Dom says, because a lot of people, they'll go tweet and they'll think that, oh, okay, I did my part.
Yeah.
No, you did not. Like, what are you actually doing behind that tweet? And, you know, the Screwface Gene dude, he reacted to it or whatever. He was going crazy on it. But I made a tweet earlier because, yeah, Screwface Gene went at Act for that, but then he later on jokes about it, saying like, oh, like I made up the term Akademiks, so you guys gotta credit me when I say that. Here it goes right here. Before anyone says I'm taking all credit for coining Akademiks, I said, yes, let's make a joke of these creators never be serious about calling others out. Because he's one of those main ones, we gotta really get Akademiks dude out of here because he's just, he's grueling these kids, yada yada, whoop whoop whoop. But I'm like, but you just made a joke about the whole Diddy situation and Akademiks. Yeah. See, we're not the moral police around here. No. We're not going to tell artists what they should and shouldn't do. We're going to say it's stuff that is weird, but we can't control what other people do. And we're not trying to say, hey, you should believe that too. Yeah. Believe whatever you want. I don't care. What you do does not affect what I do, unless you're watching the video and subscribing.
And I don't believe Ack was trying to groom this kid. I think they was just. I'm telling y'all. Y'all know.
They're conflating it.
Yeah, a lot of people. Y'all know. Y'all had these conversations with older people. Y'all understand. It is nasty, but I'm saying like, come on. I don't believe Ack was trying to like do anything with the kid or nothing like that. To be honest, like this stuff is normalized, and especially with men.
And I don't want to say it like this, and I'm not trying to cop a plea for him. He comes from a whole different culture, from Jamaica. So there's probably stuff that's normalized over there. Like there's certain stuff over there that's like yo, like you can't play certain things.
But the one thing about it is because he was saying how the kid was like, man, I'd do anything for Plaque. Like that's what the kid said, me or something like that. And that's what Ack was like, oh, so we just build upon that. And I'm like, he's 15, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because one, I don't want to say like this Akademiks.
And also,
no offense,
he had been in Jamaica since he was like 8 or something like that. He'd been over here for a long time.
Well, it's that, but also got family come around you.
Yeah, I know, but Jamaica, they don't play like that. They don't eat no pum pum.
Look, you know.
I know you know some of your homies.
Yeah. So, my thing is that Akademiks, first of all, you shouldn't have been in a stream with a 15-year-old. Unless there are artists and you're trying to interview them, you shouldn't be in no Discord call with no 15-year-olds. Yeah. You should not be doing that. That's just weird already. As it is. Bro. I'm not doing that unless it's someone that I'm related to.
I don't even think I could call a 15-year-old right now. I don't think I can, B. I don't have
that's related to you?
Yeah, I don't think I have anybody in my family that's 15. My nephew's now.
Well, I'm saying that's the only excuse for me talking to a 15-year-old.
I'm saying that is the only excuse, but I'm saying I have no communication outside of if it was somebody in my family that age. You'd be like, I have no I can't hit up a 15-year-old or be in any conversation with any 15-year-olds right now on the internet or anything in my life.
Oh, you're talking about that's not related.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant related to you.
Yeah, no.
That's the only way I could see talking to a 15-year-old.
Yeah, but even now, I don't know nobody in my family that's 15. I can't.
Well, I'm giving the age range.
I know what you mean, but I'm just saying, like, I don't just have direct contact with a 15-year-old I could talk to, especially that.
Well, if I had a younger sibling. Or...
No, I agree with you on that point. I'm just talking about his. I know he's a content creator, but I'm not contacting a 15-year-old content creator. I don't want to talk to him.
Oh no, I'm not either.
What about to talk to you about, bro?
That's nasty. The only thing I would do is because. Obviously, I have another YouTube channel. I talk about this stuff. A lot of younger kids are into this stuff. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm a huge fan of you. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you, checking it out. And they might ask me for some YouTube advice, but I'll give them that and I'll keep it at that. Like, I never try and, like, pry or give too much conversation because I just don't feel like comfortable with that.
They're not gonna be. I'm not gonna be personable with them or like talk about like sex and all this stuff with no 15-year-old.
Oh, definitely.
Not even a freaking 30-year-old. I don't talk about stuff like that with on the internet, man. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
this was very weird. I know he tried to cop a plea with this saying, well, he was, suicidal. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was that, we saved him. So we could talk like that because he's like our little bro. We saved him. Like no one else was there for him but us. I was like, no. You could save a kid. It's still weird how you got in contact with him and you knew all that stuff. But you could save him. That doesn't give you the right to be nasty like that. Just own up to it. I know he apologized to plaqueboymax because plaqueboymax on him. They had a little back and forth on their own separate streams. Akademiks apologized since then. I believe. I could be wrong about that. But that was just super nasty. That was moving very weirdly. I don't condone it at all. Well, you know that right now. I'm not an Akademiks hater. I enjoy some of Ak's content, not all of it. I enjoy some of his takes, not all of it. But this was like super weird. Like I can't condone this. I can't cop no plea about this. There is no. But if he was doing, I can't do none of that. I can't justify nothing.
Ak been on a wild run of being like super lame.
After this beef, him with the top 5, moving with Aiden Ross,
the whole
stuff,
wife stuff, all that stuff been corny as hell.
He's
been doing corny stuff.
He's always been corny, which to me isn't the problem. It's just like when the corn is just to an excessive level, B. When it gets to a crazy level, I'm just like I can't keep defending you, dog, because now you're making me look bad.
And as a father, especially as a son, like I fall victim to like crazy like what they call it, I guess toxic masculinity norms sometimes as being a dad, but like stuff like this, it's just I won't do. I'm not doing this type of stuff with my son.
Yeah,
like, you know
but
what
also this is just weird to do it with someone like you're not even related to,
bro.
Like I'm not saying like you doing it with your family, it should be normal, but this is just way worse than anything. Like there's no like, and I know some people was like, oh, like we're gonna cancel Ak. The people who loved Ak before are still loving Ak now. Yeah. These people are still supporting Ak, and like Ak says, his haters are the one that's probably watching him the most.
Yeah, they do. And before we go, we can end this. One thing I don't like about Ak, like fanboys or whatever, that one page he has,
the Akademiks TV.
I do not like that page because like it went from like plaqueboymax did nothing. He just spoke on like his situation with the kid, and all they tried to do is defame this dude all day. Try to find all type of weird stuff with plaqueboymax. I'm like, this is just lame, bro.
That page kind of does that with everybody.
I know. I'm just saying. I
don't like it. Lame, sometimes it'll be funny. Like I said, the Rhapsody thing was kind of funny. Yeah, but most of the time, I'm just like, oh, this is getting rough. Yeah. But I'm glad they don't come up on my timeline like that.
And some stuff I have to be tolerable for because of the timeline or like what I do on the content. But like a lot of this stuff is if I can really, it's just like lame, bro. I'm like. I don't know. I'm gonna tell him like what's his name? Wayne'll say, bro, I don't think they cut from the same cloth as me, bro. Like some of this stuff is just weird, bro.
But B, do you also think it's kind of like nasty and exploitative for people to be trying to interview Nord the kid and trying to ask his experience about this and try to make it into content? I think it's kind of nasty too. I'm not saying it's on the same level.
Who done that?
I think Screwface Gene was trying to do that or something like that.
I thought the kid reached out to him or something like that.
I'm not sure, but I think the kid reached out to plaqueboymax.
Nah, him and Max cool. I think he reached out. I thought I saw he reached out to the Gene dude too. I don't think the dude.
But do you think that should be made in the content though? I don't think so. I think it's kind of nasty.
I don't know.
I think if you really are against this, come on.
But I don't know. At that same time, I don't want to do that. Like judge somebody from talking to the kid. It is what it is. I can't. It's how they gonna do it. Because at that point, I'm trying to defend or talk about like, oh. What Ak did was this, but don't mean you don't have to talk. You have to talk to. I don't care. Do what y'all do.
No, I'm saying it's exploitative. Like they're trying to because of this whole moment.
I think it's all this exploit. I think it all is. If regardless, I don't think it's right.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah,
but I'm saying also the people that think that they're the moral police and thinking they're doing justice.
Yeah. You think if I think what they're doing, making the content about that, doing.
Yeah.
You
think it's exploitive?
Yeah, I think
that's what I'm saying. Like these people that's trying to be the moral police. I agree with Dom on a lot of his takes where he was like, "Yo, like he was saying all he does, he's like, but do something about it. Yeah. If y'all really got a problem about it." I was so agreeing with Dom on that video. Yeah. Nah, the only thing I didn't agree with was academics. I don't believe in that.
He deleted it, bro. He said Unc reached out to him.
Oh, he told it too. Yeah, I don't agree with that. But shout out to Dom from Potty Mouth. But yeah, it's just certain things where I'm just like, I don't like people using it exploiting it for content, like exploiting the kid for content, like, oh yeah, I have an interview with so-and-so. Tell me about your experience with act. I'm just like, this feels very performative and exploitive.
Yeah.
To me, it's nasty.
It's
I'm not
all
saying
nasty.
it's worse than what
Yeah,
act
yeah,
was doing,
yeah.
but to me, it's all just still nasty. Like, I'm not, like, it's just nasty.
It's all nasty work, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. We could get off this topic, though.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's just nasty.
just filthy.
Act, you sicko.
Yeah. But let's not get on to the last topic, B. This one's kind of a bit of a free flow. The BBC Twitter rant. This one came up during this weekend, right before filming this video right here. And wow. So if you guys have not been keeping up with the channel, we recently put out our clip on Twitter and on the channel of detahjae's Lone Borealis.
I think we're saying that his name, detahjae is one of them.
Yeah. But we talked about it on last week's episode. It made its rounds on, I guess, Twitter.
Yeah.
And, you know, we actually put the review out. And detahjae, he actually saw it. And this is the thing with the content that we do is, like, we sometimes talk about underground artists and we talk about bigger artists. Either way, my tactic on Twitter, I'm going to tag whoever. I'm saying it to whoever this is. I'm not hiding anything. Whether it's positive or negative, I'm going to tag you either way. That's just my whole shtick. I don't hide the video or suppress it if it's something negative. No, everybody gets tagged. Yeah, because we give our authentic and real opinions on this channel right here and on these episodes. detahjae saw it. He went off on this. B. Yeah. He said we don't understand music. We're some old heads.
We don't understand chord progression. B.
Yeah, we're 30-year-olds. We don't know anything about hip hop.
SMD from the back.
Yeah, it was just it was a crazy day that day. He was just going off on us. I'm trying to find the tweet right here.
You can go to his page. It's probably.
I'm trying to find it right here.
Probably still on there. If you click his link, I think. I mean, you know.
I don't want to give him that satisfaction, but basically, he saw our clip. He said, "OMG, you effing idiots! It's like you didn't even listen to the effing album." I thought we did listen to the album.
Listen to it. That's why we had our thoughts on it.
But I wonder why, be like, when people see this, and I get it's a clip.
Yeah.
You first see this, do they never think like, I want to see where the full thoughts are. They never see that because it's not like we saw a single and judged the whole album off of that. That's just my thing. I could be a different breed. And so he goes on this long Twitter rant. He crashes out on us. To think I take advice from two grown men with a hip hop podcast. Effing pathetic. Hip hop show. S my D from the back. No. But because I use lush and interesting chords they can't even name, these losers think I want to recreate our future. Now, B, I don't think I have to have an opinion on what type of elements you use in your production for me to have an opinion on music. Last I heard, I should just be able to listen to it, and if I enjoy it, I enjoy it. If I don't, I don't. That's just me, though.
That's like watching a movie like... And like not judging it because I don't understand the shots.
No, the director. You don't know that's a Dutch camera angle right there?
Come on, that was in one shot. That was a single shot. There was no stopping. There was a single shot. No other split screen. No, one single shot. Get out of here.
And so then he says, how about try tracking the Janet sample, which nobody has effing done, by the way. I don't give a F if you sampled anything. Was it good?
Yeah, and bro, we ain't sample snitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your thing.
Do your thing. And then he also replies, 30-year-olds with a music podcast with no knowledge of artistry. You're no different than the 14-year-old white kids hating in my DMs. Now, B, last time I checked, I watch Dead End Hip Hop most of the time whenever they come out with a review. They might have talked about it here and there, but I never hear them like use a prime subject of them talking about chord progressions in their reviews.
Right.
That's just me though. I'd never seen that before. And so people was going and talking to him in this whole little Twitter thread saying like us tagging him as nasty work. He says, I'm not gonna lie, I get the criticism and all, but these Negroes sound like they straight up hating. How can he feel No Identity is one of the releases with the most identity in 2024, which I disagree with.
Wow.
Look, the album obviously has flaws. It's the first work, and yes, you have inspirations, but it's amazing. It's such a lame way to consume it. It was so enjoyable. You have an ish ton of potential. We never said he didn't have potential.
We didn't say he didn't have any of that.
We never said that he didn't. I would like take criticism seriously from Negroes calling themselves the BBC podcast. Well, your name is Eclipse, so who really cares about what you got to say? Someone else said, I don't know if you should be going off like this, regardless if you agree or not. I agree.
Right.
If you don't agree, and this is the thing about this. When we say our opinions, they're just opinions. We're not saying or stating this as if it's fact.
It's fact.
This is how we feel. And if you have a disagreement and you come at us respectfully, we can have the conversation. It might not change our mind on it, but we can have the conversation.
Facts.
I have my gripes with some of your songs, but this is so unnecessarily harsh and extra. So, B, my thing is this, right? When it comes to these underground artists right here, should we not give them any criticism, just only praise?
I think so, because they said, "Oh, I guess you only can crap on successful artists and not on people that's not as successful, or big." And we're not crapping on this kid. We just gave our thoughts, but
On
yes,
the project.
On the project, but yeah, it is a clip, so it could be you hear it. It's some of the hot takes or stuff in there just to get the engagement. Yes, we do that. You have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you actually, it has our thoughts in there. So if you actually listen to the full thing, it's nothing that's not on the ordinary or what you got in there. It's not like, oh, all this is negative and the rest is positive. No, it's all the same thought, bro. It's nothing like, it's just summed up our thoughts. And like, just come on, everybody not gonna like you, bro. Like, everybody's not gonna like your music. You might put out another album that we love. We just didn't like your debut. That's all it is.
And this comment right here perfectly sums it up. You a musician, bro. You can't be spazzing out because Negroes said mean things about your music. If it's on the internet, Negroes are going to have an opinion on it. If you're going to cry every time someone says something you don't like, then you should make sure you stay hydrated, dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, God dang, he cooked them right there.
That's
true. Cooking right there. I'm like, look, I'm not saying that we're above criticism. Critique us. But you actually got to give me a good critique, though. If you're just saying, your podcast effing sucks because you didn't like my music.
Yeah.
All right.
Like critique the content, and like, to be honest, I don't know. It don't affect me, B.
What, when critiquing?
Yeah,
I want people to critique.
I want to say, okay, what could we do better? Like, give us criticism. I don't know. I guess sometimes you just gotta live a little longer, B, for people. I don't know, bro. I never really been like. I always been. Would you say thick-skinned or whatever?
Yeah, have tough skin.
Yeah, tough skin. Like, I don't care, bro.
Yeah, I don't either.
Especially this internet stuff, bro. I don't know you.
Hey, this is how I shut them all up. Just close.
Bro.
It's like, but my thing is this. I was laughing the whole time.
Some of them comments you read, I haven't even seen. Because you know why? I don't give a F about what y'all say.
I did, because I was having a good time.
Some of them comments I didn't even look at because I don't care.
So
I got a life.
So me, I care because I'm a content creator and this is my life. But our boy Ovrkast jumped in. Yeah, and he had some things to say about me specifically, really. Because apparently I look like an Indian DJ. I don't know. But Ovrkast jumped into this beef on his tweet and said, y'all are probably the worst podcast / hip hop review page on the internet. Please get haircuts and put the mics down.
Bro, I'm bald, first of all.
I know. That's why I'm like,
I don't even have hair.
Secondly, how you tell me how to get a haircut? I'm about to say, you look just like me hair-wise. At least back then in the old episodes of the show. You look just like me. You can't say nothing. And so, Ovrkast has some things to say, but, a whole bunch of people is coming at us, talking about y'all. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Yeah. And he said it before. He's like, maybe it's because I don't get it because I'm not part of the game. Yeah. But yeah, Ovrkast, he tried to come at me. He tried to say things. Where is his comment? Negro looks like Beanie Siegel's slow A cousin. Negro looks like a Indian DJ Akademiks. I told him to shut his HA up and go make some drums. And then I posted him also with his edge up lining. I'm like, yo, you do not look any better than me.
Bro got the nappiest head.
He tried to flirt with me in the notifications. Like, yo, I'm kind of cute though. Don't like, stop trying to convince me of that. Stop lying. And then the worst part, but I respect him for this. Mm-hmm. He allegedly sent me his album.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him, even though, I also forgot to say that he likes you. But he don't like me. He's like, I actually like you. Yeah. I don't like the other guy.
Right, like, that's crazy. Bro.
Okay, cool. You don't like me.
He don't like you because you didn't like you didn't give him a favorable review.
We reviewed his project because, we one of the only channels that actually talked about it. But we don't want to give you
we don't want to talk about a lot of these. Bro, you look up so-and-so review. It'd be us actually talking about the music. And these people want to get mad because we didn't like it. Bro, I respect some people that be like, hey, at least you listen, bro. Mm-hmm. I just respect anybody that listens to my music.
One of the people that I respect highly, A-Hype.
Yeah.
We crapped on his album.
Crapped on it.
But he took it to the chin. He was like, yo, I respect this that y'all said it straight to my face. Though.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, bro. Like, how I always was raised, I never say something like behind your back that I wouldn't say to your face. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to me critiquing your music, bro, I'm just going to be honest. I'll tell you this. Because, bro, I went to school for this. I dabbled in music and all this, and worked in all type of sessions and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I used to tell the homies, that's not it.
He used to tell me when I used to make my skits, this is not funny, this is bad. He used to tell me this all the time.
Hey, even when he made music too.
How can you guys judge artistry? You've never been an artist. Oh,
he's right, bro. Look,
I just know I'm not good.
It's not. Look, we know it's not easy, bro. But what you put out is what you go.
I told Kirko, I said, hey, look, I do better to pick up the podcast. Bro, put the rap mic down.
Facts, bro. Like, man, hey, I could have I don't know what I could have done in my career when I was an engineer, but like, I just stopped doing it. But other than that, bro, we have some type of like understanding of like making music or like, you know, not just being a listener. Like we either tried to make it or we used to make it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Y'all gotta understand. Like, this is from perspective of listeners as fans. This been going on for years. Journalists are fans of the music. Just because they went to school for journalism, they still fans of the work. So like, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Oh, you don't know how to make music, so you can't talk about it. Like, don't eat. Cause
you don't know how to make it.
You don't know how to make it or whatever. Like, stop going to McDonald's.
Don't watch foods. Don't watch films. Don't give your opinion on that.
Come on, bro.
Don't drive the car because you don't understand what goes in making
don't
the
put
car.
on those pants because you don't know how the designer made it.
It's so
stupid,
like,
bro. Just stop doing it. Like, stop it.
Like don't sleep in the bed because you don't know how what goes into being made in the bed.
Yes, it is a dope perspective of like hearing an artist talk about their music or discuss how certain things are made. But this is not that perspective. You go somewhere else to find that perspective. It's out there.
Go to Joe Budden. Go see Joe Budden gonna talk about
this.
Y'all.
Is not that. We're
not artists. That. We don't claim to be artists. We don't claim to be journalists. We don't claim to be music experts. We're just two guys that picked up a goddamn camera and just wanted to film our thoughts.
Facts,
whether you like them or not, hey, that's on you.
Get out of here.
We're not saying that you gotta support us or anything like that. I mean, I would love it, but yeah. But like I said, to end the story off, Ovrkast allegedly sent me his newest album because he was like, "Yo, I name dropped y'all." I said, "Okay, which track?" All of them. I listened to it twice. I'm not gonna lie. It was better than the last project I heard. I didn't hear a single name drop.
Bro, he just said that to get you to listen to it.
I mean, he got me to listen to it on that weird app. You know, that weird circle app or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I listened to it. Okay, Ovrkast, I see what you're doing, but still F you.
Yeah, man. Come on. You tell people to kill themselves.
Yeah, because he said, yo, y'all need to...
Yeah, I don't know. That stuff like it's internet stuff, bro. I don't know. I don't like that type of stuff. Because, like, yeah, I was younger. You would say some wild trolling stuff, but, like, we grown men. I don't got time to tell people that. Yeah. I still like as an artist, I like, you know, your beats and like your music and stuff, but like all that stuff like weird. Trying to troll, bro. You grown as hell. Got an afro.
Yeah, bro, told me to get a haircut. I said I'll get one as soon as you get one. Look, I can take this do rag off. Waves on swim right now because I cut my hair last week. Nah, bro.
But yeah, grown men, bro.
I don't know. It was funny to me. It was funny.
Yeah,
I just don't get like why people just get so sensitive. Like I get it. Like if you don't like what we gotta say, then don't listen to it. But also, does that mean you're never gonna take criticism ever?
I know.
Do you feel like we're too below you to give you criticism? That's the thing where it comes into like, what if we grow bigger and you need a platform?
Mm-hmm. And we covered you before, meaning you in our Rolodex, meaning we might cover you again. But when you have these type of relationships, sometimes you can sour them, even though you never know. Like I don't know. I guess we soured our relationship with him because we gave an honest review on how we felt. I just don't understand that. If somebody go review our freaking podcast and they talk about the podcast and not us, like, oh, I don't like his clothes, or like I don't like how he talk, like he looks stupid, stuff like that, it's no problem. But if you critique the like content, I understand that. I'm all right, cool. We have to take some pointers on this. Maybe it's a point here, but come on, bro.
Yeah.
What they call ad hominem attacks and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, once they start doing that, I'm
like,
when
you don't attack the argument and you attack us, it's just whack. Like he tried to like add a little bit of like, oh, y'all don't understand artistry. Like he sounded mad pretentious when it came to like chord progressions. Like, what are you talking about?
And he said he didn't sound like Tyler.
And then I'm like, bro, what?
You're mad? I'm just like,
what do you, bro? The first person you shouted out, even though you said it was, shout out to Tyler Creator, obviously.
And then the worst part is, shout out to our boys at Potty Mouth in their community. They saw, they was like, does he not think he sounds like Tyler the Creator? Why is he crashing out on y'all like that?
Right.
I don't know. It was just very weird behavior, the way he was moving. And hey, we're going to be direct. We got to make a video, and you gave us some good content for that. But yeah, detahjae, I don't know what you on, but I'm hoping the best for your career. Yeah. That was just a very weird move of you. If you really had a problem with it, you could have like DM'd us
and we could talk.
You could have said something like, yo, like I don't agree with this, but respect for y'all checking it out. Earth Gang saw our review.
Yeah.
I said this album shouldn't exist. We said way worse to artists bigger than you. We didn't at least we didn't say, hey, don't pick up the mic again.
Or kill yourself.
I've told Big Sean, yo, like you don't need to rap no more. Yeah. Like I've said plenty of worse things to bigger artists. To me, my words get worse or my wording gets worse the bigger you are. Because there's just certain things I'm like, okay, we can't let that slide.
You might not hear this. Like bigger you are, you might not hear it.
Yeah. But even if you do hear it, hey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We want you to hear it, but it's a good percentage that you won't.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, bro. like, I hope your career blossoms, man. I know you was on Constant Stream and stuff. I saw that before. He was on Constant Stream. Like, bro, I have nothing against you, bro. When I found the album, I didn't find the album. I saw your video, and I'm like, yo, this would give me Tyler creative vibes, especially like with the music video, felt that saturation to like try to have like this story in it. I'm like, all right, let me give this kid a chance. And I was just like, yo, let's talk about him on our platform. Yes, we don't have the biggest platform, but still, we want to talk about it. Like, you did something that at least let us listen, and we actually talked about it. You know what I mean? But like, hey, yo, all praises to you, bro. Do your thing, but we don't hate you.
Yeah.
Even though all you told me you told us to suck your weenie. If you put out a new project, I will check it out just to see how you progressed. You know, like chords. I don't.
Yeah. Chord progression, the sense, the Janis sample. Ugh, pretentious.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I never went to a 50 Cent to get rich or die trying. I'm like, you know what, that 50 Cent, the way like he probably helped drain the production room was with that beat. I never did that. Like, I'm sorry. Every single classic album I've heard, I've never been like, but the chord progressions.
Yeah, it's mostly a producer's ear, like mostly producers.
Yeah, and I'm not a producer.
Facts.
I've never been a producer. I'm not gonna look for chord progressions. Does the beat sound good? God dang it! Just because you use a certain element doesn't automatically make it good.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah,
But I didn't. So it didn't hit. It didn't
like that's
hit.
the main thing. Does it bump? It doesn't sound good.
Like this, we gonna end on this. I know what I'm finna say probably is not good in that, like, you know, on Twitter. But remember your friend? Oh, this Pharrell and Snoop Dogg album so dope or whatever. The Green album he did.
The Bush.
Cause I was like, why is it so good? Cause he experimented.
Oh, that's Yeezus. That Yeezus.
It wasn't Yeezus.
Oh.
I like Yeezus.
Uh-huh.
It was a Snoop Dogg joint, the Bush or something like that. And I was like, you know who else experimented? You remember? So yeah, I'm not even gonna say who it is.
Shout out to him because he watches the show.
Yeah,
he commented on.
Yeah.
This is too late. He commented on the video.
Oh, that was him and said, "Oh, I know Chase used to jam this." Yeah, that's why his name looked familiar, huh?
Yeah, see, his name is different on there. Which by the click, I was like, "Oh, that's so and so."
It's not him.
It is him, but that's not his name. Like that's his actual name.
But his name is the.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that was back in the day. That was what 2015 or something around there. 14.
Probably. This was definitely when I was in college.
Yeah,
I was coming back.
And I remember telling him that just because it's experimental don't mean it's good. Like, yes, you can experiment and like it's dope. You fearless, bro. You're trying something new, but you wasn't. You try something that has been done.
That's re-emulated.
All you have to do is add your identity on it.
So I will admit, I'll take accountability. I was probably harsh by telling you to get off our future's nuts, but that's how I felt. I felt like you was on the nuts. You was nut hugging, god dang it. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I was probably harsh on you saying that, but that was me kind of being a bit more harder and me saying, get your own identity. Like, I've already heard this before. Like, do what you want to do.
And you got to understand, bro, we got to be entertaining. It's a podcast. You got to get jazzed up. So
exactly. I mean, you jazzed it up, but you didn't really say anything critiquing us. You just said that you hated us.
Yeah. And the only thing was jazzed up with him saying get off your nuts, but everything else was how we felt. Because we wasn't really like mean, bro.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like I articulated myself well.
Yeah.
He just didn't like it. I mean, if you don't like it, you gotta agree with it. That's just our thoughts as nearing 30-year-olds. Well, 30-year-old, 29-year-old. So yeah, that's just what we thought about it. But yeah, Ovrkast and detahjae jumping us. It was a 2v2.
And
what the F is this, a 20v1, Negro?
And all your little fans on your nuts.
Yeah, they was definitely nut hugging you. Y'all all just some nut huggers in that community. But yeah. That was our weird beef that we had with this young kid that says he's not Tyler, but he is Tyler. Everybody said even this was like a Tyler rant.
Bro, so you crashed out like a bitch's Tyler rant, bro.
And in his profile, I'm black, homophobic, and racist. Something like that.
And definitely not.
I'm just like, dog.
The whole Tyler thing.
You just tried hard. That's so Tyler. That's just so Tyler.
He gonna be like, BBC. You know how Tyler's like, F no, all right, and two dope boys. Now you finna go talk about the BBC.
Hey, name drop me because I'll put it as a drop for the pod. F that.
Facts.
But yeah, let us know what y'all think about this weird beef that we had with detahjae. But that's about it for the show, B. Do you have any closing notes?
It was something I saw that you reacted to on Twitter from the homie. He's my homie. I don't know if you like him as much. But is his name Damon? He has a YouTube.
Oh, yeah, Damon.
And he said that you can't really enjoy hip hop if you don't like jazz or if you don't like R&B. That kind of caught my eye.
Okay, so yeah, I can actually go to the tweet right here. Okay. Shout out to Damon, who he
has a YouTube channel now too. I don't think
because I remember him on TikTok, but he follows the pod and he follows us. You can't truly enjoy rap until you love R&B. You can't truly enjoy R&B until you love jazz. I commented on that. This is false, LOL, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to. Only why I want to think about this, I want to talk about this because I want to think. I'm thinking of like as a jazz listener, which I am, and as you know, we both like R&B music, and as a what else he said? What did he say? R&B, yeah. So I guess I wonder if he's saying it enhances your experience.
I think he's saying that.
That's what I think he means.
But
you know how you word it is how you can get the interaction.
He says stuff for engagement.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real.
So like, my bad, but I think it was more of a like, yo, the more music you listen to, like listen to the jazz, you'll understand and you'll love R&B more because I can grab from jazz, or like you'll love hip hop more from like some probably the samples or some elements from R&B that goes into hip hop, especially when it comes to samples and stuff like that. So I wonder if it's like it enhances your listening experience. That's why I wonder if he's speaking in that.
I think he is, but obviously he's wording it to get the engagement.
Yeah.
And see, my thing is this, and it's hard when it comes to like talking to these Twitter people because no offense to Damon, who I don't know what all it is. Last thing I remember was him copying one of Kirko's tweets, Kirko calling him out, and deleting it, and people calling him out about the whole little earbud thing or whatever.
What about his earbud?
About talking about he's a sleep scroller or whatever. Like he's he faking about Mike and all of them. That's the only thing I really know about him. But he makes pretty positive content about like the underground hip hop community. And so it's harder for me now, especially in this climate, to really comment on people who talk about music because I'm not saying this is about you specifically, Damon. Who it's just harder for me because a lot of people come up sensitive, and if you disagree with them, they'll block you. Yeah. So I'm just like. Like I don't know if do I really want to react to that, which is why I just kind of kept it short and said this is false. LOL, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Like I just kept it short. I was like, yeah. Go ahead though.
Yeah, I think he meant like it.
I think it enhances it. It's all about wording. Yeah, for me, it's all about the wording.
But no, I like his content though. Like I know it's not like my go-to thing, but I just like you say, it's positive. It seems. Let me put you on this, and then like I remember I followed one of his jazz, actually a jazz playlist he did because I follow him on Instagram like from like last year. I think I found him on that. But yeah, he has some like because I like jazz and stuff like that. So other than that, I think he's a pretty positive. He probably has some backlash from some stuff he did, but I think he actively listens to music because some of his playlists.
No, I think he's a music head.
Yeah,
he loves that whole Griselda.
Yeah, and I actually added like some stuff because he do his playlist ad, and I added like a song into his playlist or whatever. He was like, "Yo, give me some list of songs or whatever." He was like, "Yo, I'm definitely gonna." He's like, "I definitely put this in the playlist." I forgot what I recommended him, but. Oh no! I just thought that was an interesting tweet because I saw you interact with it, and I was like, okay, I think I understand what he means.
I understand what he means, but also, I still think it's false because I don't think you have to love one genre to enjoy another genre.
Yeah,
wording it like that. If you could say, "Oh, listen to this will enhance it," that's not like a super like engaging tweet, like a grabbing tweet.
Yeah, no,
but saying stuff like you can't truly enjoy this unless you like that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But go ahead. That's what I said. But go ahead.
Yeah, dog. I know what you meant. Yeah, but I also understood what he did. But I know what he wanted to do. You know?
Yeah, it's a content credit thing.
It was just a Twitter take. I wanted to like.
I like to be the contrarian, B. I like to be the devil's advocate sometimes.
Yeah.
At least for things that I feel like
it could be. You can have those both sides.
Yeah. I'm not going to be devil advocating for something that I truly am against. So, yeah. But, yeah. That's about it for the show, man. Let us know what y'all thought about the show down in the comment section down below. If you got any feedback or criticism for us, let us know in the comment section down below or let us know on Twitter itself. Apparently, we're the worst hip-hop platform / podcast that exists. So, hey.
I guess we are, bro. We should put that as our tag. The worst hip-hop podcast.
Yeah, we should. Even though we're one of the hardest working ones that actually still talk about the music. There's a lot of people out here who ain't talking about the music that's not talking about you guys' releases, but we are. Yeah. I'm just saying that right
I think we talk about them because we're the worst, B. Nobody else want to talk about it for the worst podcast.
We're the worst because we don't talk about just the drama.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I just made the whole connection.
I just made the whole
But yeah. Wait a second.
He wants you to get a haircut because he didn't get his haircut. F me.
But let us know what y'all thought about the show down in the comment section down below. As usual, make sure y'all follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the description down below. And also, if you are an up-and-coming artist and you potentially want your project to be reviewed and checked out by us, it's a guarantee. I mean, it's not a guarantee. It's a potentially. So do know that. You can't be sensitive. Submit it in the Google form down in the description down below as well. And all my links are Linktree, whatever I have in the description down below. And make sure you follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel itself because we do have our YouTube exclusive series, our interludes. Let's have a conversation. Dark Stages interlude where we talk about stuff that we really want to talk about that we didn't get to talk about on the show. So yeah, make sure y'all do all that stuff. Help support your boys within the YouTube algorithm and within the also podcasting algorithm as well. Give us 5-star ratings and give us a review. But yeah, my name is Tracy Dark Sage.
I'm T.
Peace.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.